pé ẹ káàárọ̀ adẹ̀kálẹ́ ní gbogbo ibi tí ẹ bá ti láǹfààní àti máa darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní àṣálẹ́ yìí. Mo kí wa pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí live wa. Bí ẹ ṣe ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, tí ẹ bá bá wa máa gbé wọlé share button, inú wa dùn. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Wá tí à ń prepare fún program yẹn fully, ẹ bá wa share link yẹn síta fún àǹfààní àwọn tí wọ́n sì níbí. So mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. As we are setting up, mo ní èní ní 22nd látọ̀dọ̀ tèmi níbí báyìí. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, kí n tún sọ dáadáa fún àǹfààní àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ràn pé kí àwọn kan ṣiṣẹ́, káwọn kan gbé fídíò. Mo tún sọ pé fídíò Koikimedia tí a bá ti ṣe, a fẹ́ nìkankan ní authority láti gbé fídíò náà láti lò. Nípa pé a fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wá sórí page wa, kó farabalẹ̀ kó wá wo fídíò wa. A fẹ́ kí ẹnìkankan gbé fídíò náà kó gbé lọ sórí page wọn. Tí ẹ bá ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, a jẹ́ pé ohun tí ojú yín bá rí látara pé ẹ gbé fídíò yẹn, kò sí ohun tí a máa ṣe sí. Once again, a very good morning for those of you that have joined us and those that would have the privilege to watch the video at the appropriate time. Once again, do not pick our videos and take it straight to your page. Your channel can be affected if you do so. So once again, I give it another few more minutes. Come on your feet. Wọnú program kó tó di pé a máa wọnú ètò náà. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn bàbá wa àti àwọn tí a jọ ń gbé Yorùbá nation self-determination dání àti insecurity tó wà nínú Nàìjíríà àti ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìbéèrè táwọn èèyàn béèrè. Lọ́wọ́ wa. So mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa. Once again, please share the program. Insecurity in the southwest of Nigeria is not something we must take slightly or lightly. It is something that we must do whatever we have to do láti make sure pé we secure Yorùbáland, which is our first priority. So mo kẹ́yìn èèyàn wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Please share the program. In just few more minutes, we will recite the anthem and then we will start the program accordingly. Èmi náà ń share lọ́wọ́, and I expect you to also help us to do the same so that many people wà láǹfààní àti wo live tí a gbé dání. Mo kẹ́yìn èèyàn wa. Ohun tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ fẹ́ béèrè, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ a ti dáhùn. ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ a sì máa dáhùn ẹ̀. But one thing is self-determination tàgbé dání kò sí in tó lè yẹ. Insecurity tá à ń béèrè fún gbogbo ẹ̀tọ́ wa ni a dẹ̀ máa fi support wa fún. So mo kẹ́yìn yẹn wà lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. So please share the program, and in just few more minutes we kickstart. I'm doing the same thing. I'm sharing the link out for the benefit of millions of people that needs to watch and also get the message. Tẹ́ ẹ báyìí ti darapọ̀ mọ́ Koikimedia WhatsApp group. Ó wà important pé kẹ́ bèrè fún link so that kí ẹ lè darapọ̀ mọ́. Torí lórí Koikimedia WhatsApp group ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ information ayọ̀ jáde nínú ẹ̀. A ti ń padà bọ̀ náà díẹ̀díẹ̀ nìyẹn láti wọnú program nítorí púpọ̀ nù àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n ní àwọn òrí wa lẹ́nujọ́ mẹ́ta yìí bí mo ti ṣe sọ tẹ́lẹ̀, kí Ọlọ́run kó foríjì ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ, kí Ọlọ́run kó tẹ́ sáfẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀ nígbà tí ó ṣaláìsí ní last year November. A dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n dúró tì wá lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí ìyá náà ṣaláìsí. Kí Ọlọ́run wá ṣe ikú nísinmi fún ìyá náà. Ìyẹn ìyá Koikimedia that died last year. It has not been easy, and I don't expect it to be as easy, so that when those of us that are asking, where have I been? Is because I lost my mother last year. But we are grateful for the life she lived and everything she did prior before she died. And that's the reason why the Yoruba nation self-determination must not die, and it has not been killed. So I think we are fully ready to crack on so that we can recite the anthem and then we go straight into the program. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ibi wa, ká gbéga, ká gbéga, ká gbéga fálérí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹ́jẹ́ ká máa lépa, tẹ̀síwájú fọ́pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Kò sígbà tí bá kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ ṣe program, mo kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ kíyà mi dáadáa. Torí tó bá ń ṣe, ẹ má bínú fún washing machine tó ń dún lẹ́yìn. There's not much I can do to that. Tó bá ń ṣe pé ìyá mi fún mi ní support tí mo fẹ́ nígbà tí mo darapọ̀ mọ́ ohun tó ń pè ní ìjàngbara. Torí ohun tí ó lè kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ kéèyàn sọ pé òun ò ní ṣe irú nǹkan tá a gbé dání, òun ni kí ìyá èèyàn àbí àwọn fámílì èèyàn kan sọ pé ohun tó fi ṣe yìí kò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́, kò dẹ̀ yẹ láti ṣe. But mo dúpẹ́ pé ìyá mi ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ títí tí ọlọ́jọ́ fi dé. And that is the first thing I'm always grateful pé kò sí nǹkan tẹ́nì kankan wá lè máa sọ nípa pé ìtagbédání kódà àwọn tó tẹ̀ gbàgbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀, àwọn tí wọ́n mọ̀ pé ọ̀nà àbáyọ ni pé kí Yorùbá jáde nínú Nàìjíríà, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn ni wọ́n wá ń jáde lénìí. Mò ń bọ̀ níbẹ̀. Tó bá jẹ́ lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ yín, ẹ pàdé mi rí, ẹ rí mi rí, èmi ló ń pè ní Ọláyọmí Kóìkì tó jẹ́ ọ̀gá iléeṣẹ́ Koikimedia. A dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run, kò ṣe pé a fi ń yinra wa. Iṣẹ́ tí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ kọ́lọ́n bá ń fọ̀run kẹ́, torí pé irú ọjọ́ báyìí àjọ máa wà nínú program tájọ máa ṣe ètò náà ni. Bọ́ a dúpẹ́ pé ìyá náà ó ti ṣe ìwọ̀nba tí Ọlọ́run wá sáyé kó wá ṣe. Kò wá sẹ́nìkan tí kò ní kú. Ikú ò dẹ̀ ń ṣe tí wọ́n máa fi dẹ́rù bà ẹnìkankan. A dẹ̀ fi ikú yọ ẹnìkankan. Kódà gbogbo àwọn tí à ń pè ní gbogbogbà tá à ń ṣe Yorùbá nation tí kò dẹ̀ tí ì tán, torí ìbéèrè kan táwọn èèyàn ń béèrè lẹ́nu gbogbo àwa tí a jọ ń ṣe Yorùbá nation, púpọ̀ jùlọ lọ́dọ̀ Koikimedia tó jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí agbẹnusọ fún ẹnìkan tí Ọlọ́run fi kẹ́ wa, wọ́pọ̀ tọ́lọ́run fi kẹ́ wa, òun náà ni ọmọ Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho Òòṣà, tí mo jùlẹ̀ fún, tí mo gbà fún tán, tí mo dẹ̀ sọ pé ibi tó bá ń lọ ni mo dúró lé lórí, torí mo ti ń ṣe ìjàngbara bí a fẹ́ Yorùbá nation kí n tó mọ Olóyè Ìgbòho. Fáwọn tí ọ̀rọ̀ òye, torí ẹlòmíì ẹ kò bá ìrìn àjò Yorùbá nation ẹ kò bá pàdé lọ́nà ni. Mo ti wà nínú pé a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation kí èmi àti Olóyè Ìgbòho kọ́lọ́n tó ní a máa pàdé. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ pé ọba Elédùmarè tó ní èmi àti chief máa pàdé, àárín wọn ò tí ì bàjẹ́, ìrìn àjò wọn rẹ̀ tí ì jọ tán, nítorí ẹni tí agbédání tá à ń fà kò ń ṣe pé àwa la máa kọ́kọ́ gbérú ẹ̀ dání, àbáwa la máa kọ́kọ́ béèrè fún. Bọ̀ mo kí ọba tó ní wá, tó dá ẹ̀mí kankan, torí ẹ̀mí tí ó jẹ́ tìyá tèmi nísìn, ọba Elédùmarè tí mo lọ. So in tó bá wá lè mú ọba Elédùmarè kó mú ẹ̀mí tó bí ìyá mi lọ́mọ tó mú lọ, kí wá ló kù ẹ̀mí tó kù tí kò ní mú lọ. Ìgbà tó máa máwọn ẹ̀mí yẹn lọ láàmú la ṣe ń ṣe ìgbìyànjú pé kó má di ẹni tó máa pẹ́, torí ẹni tí kò yí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òun ni pé àwọn tí a jọ ń tayò yìí tó ń pè ní Fúlàní, àwọn ò níbì kankan tó ń lọ. ẹni tó fẹ́ tó bá gbà kúrò lọ́wọ́ wa á jẹ́ pé Usman Dan Fodio kò rán wọn ṣẹ́ yẹn délẹ̀. Ẹlòmíì gan tó tẹ̀ ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi nísìn pé ṣáṣì ń ṣe Yorùbá nation, tẹ́ bá lọ wo péjì ẹ̀, kò pín Yorùbá nation rí, kò pín program yẹn rí látijọ́ ta ti ń ṣe fún 5 years. But ó wá expect èmi nísìn kí n dáhùn lóhùn nítorí pé kó má bàa kú. Bí èmi àti Olóyè Ìgbòho àti Bàbá Kítóyè àti YSDM, bí àwa la ṣe Nàìjíríà bó ṣe wà, bí àwa la ní kí Nàìjíríà kó má ṣiṣẹ́, bí àwa la sọ fún Nàìjíríà pé kó máa fìyà jẹ gbogbo yín. Níbi tílẹ̀ ṣúdé lálẹ́ yìí, kò ń ṣe tẹnu. Mo fi oúnjẹ sílẹ̀ tó fi lọ̀ mí, tó ń bẹ̀ mí tí mo sùn sórí chair àbí lórí carpet. Kódà ìyàwó mi nígbà tó rí pé baálé mi ti sùn, oúnjẹ tí mo fi lọ̀ ó kọ̀ jẹyọ kan náà ẹ̀, ó gbé yòókù lọ sí bíá kitchen ló wà ní àfi tí bá lọ wò. Bọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá lálẹ́ yìí, ebi àti ìṣẹ́ Nàìjíríà ti fi jẹ gbogbo àwọn bàbá wa àtàwọn ìyá wa, torí lára ìyà Nàìjíríà ló mú ìyá tèmi sá kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ní 1992. So kò wá sí nǹkan tí ẹ lè sọ fúnru Koikimedia tó gbá ìjàngbara dúró, tó dẹ̀ sọ pé Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́, kó wá di èní ká wá máa yí òun padà. Mo mọ̀ pọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i, mo ò fẹ́ anybody ní authority láti gbé fídíò mi pé o gbé gbogbo fídíò tí mo bá ṣe yìí ẹ gbé sórí péjì yín, péjì yẹn máa wálẹ̀, kò sí nǹkan tá a máa ṣe sí i. Àfún ẹni tẹ́lẹ̀ àti ṣe, but nísìn ní 2026 going further, copyright ni, you don't have any right, and we have not given anybody any right to make use of our video. If you use it and we find out, they will flag it. Whether you cut 30 minutes of it, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, you are not allowed. Àfẹ́ni kankan ní authority yẹn. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ ṣe fídíò tó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ káwọn náà jáde. Iṣẹ́ làwa tá à ń ṣe náà ń ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ kọ́lọ́n bá ń fọ̀run kẹ́. It is not easy. Ìyẹn kan ọ̀dẹ̀ bẹ̀ wá nígbà tá a fi gbé Yorùbá Nation jáde pé a fẹ́ dá dúró, and ẹni tó bá wá ń bi wá nísìn pé níbo ni ìrìn àjò Yorùbá Nation wá dé, ìbéèrè ni pé ṣé Nàìjíríà ti padà dá ni? Ṣé Nàìjíríà ṣó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́? Ṣé Nàìjíríà ń ṣiṣẹ́? Ṣé Nàìjíríà ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìdílé tiẹ̀ àbó ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìwọ? Gbogbo wa la mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́. So ìbéèrè tẹ́ ń béèrè pé ṣé Yorùbá Nation ti wá kú látara pé ọmọ Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho Òòṣà tí Ọlọ́run fi kẹ́ wa ní sáà yìí, torí generation to generation ni. Ẹ lè disagree pẹ̀lú ẹ lè ní ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ni, kódà ẹ lè pè ní oríṣiríṣi orúkọ. We are human beings and we can never be perfect. Bọ̀ lórí ìrìn àjò tó gbé dání lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ pé kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá táwọn Fúlàní tó ń dún màróró mọ́ wa kọ́ má gbà mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́, is still on the right track. Torí pé tí bá rántí ní ìgbà tó pa Tolúlọpọ̀ Arótilé, kó tó di pé Ọlọ́run darí èmi àti Ìgbòho Òòṣà gbà máa mọ́ra. Púpọ̀ nu yín lénìí ẹ mọ bí ìrìn àjò yẹn ṣe lọ. Orí program ni mo wà ní olóyè pè wọlé sí tó wá, èmi ò tẹ̀ mọ ẹni tó ń pè ní Ìgbòho àfi tá a bá ń parọ́ fúnra wa, torí ẹni tó ti kúrò Nàìjíríà ti pẹ́. Ó yàtọ̀ sẹ́ni tí ó mọ ohun tó ń lọ nígboro. Kò ń ṣe pé àwa náà kì í ṣọmọ gbòòrò, but ibi tíyàn bá mọ̀ dé náà ló mọ̀. So tí mo fi kúrò Nàìjíríà, mo ò gbórúkọ lóyè rí, àdẹ̀ríra rí. But orí ètò tí mo wà, ó rí i pé akíkanjú ọkùnrin kan náà ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, tí ọ̀rọ̀ dá tọ́ lẹ́nu ẹ̀, tí ọ̀rọ̀ tó dáńtọ́ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ ní ìgboyà lolóyè pè wọlé. Níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn tí Fúlàní pa Tolúlọpọ̀ Arótilé, púpọ̀ náà ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń béèrè léde pé ṣáṣe ń ṣe Yorùbá Nation, mo rò pé èyí tí mo gbé jáde níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn tí mo lọ dúró ti Nigerian Embassy pé mo fẹ́ mọrú ikú tó pa àbúrò wa Tolúlọpẹ́ Arótilé kọ́lọ́n bá wa fọ̀run kẹ́. Lórí ètò náà ni olóyè pè wọlé sí. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ pé títí di wákàtí àárín èmi àti olóyè ó sì dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọkùnrin. Gbogbo ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ni ìyá mi sọ kó tó jáde láyé. So lóòótọ́ púpọ̀ nù yín tẹ́ ń fẹ́ ni ẹ fẹ́ fi ìjà sáàárín ọ̀rọ̀ olóyè Ìgbòho àti àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, ṣé President Bola Tinubu ṣó lè fix Nigeria? The answer is no. That is the pure answer. Ṣé President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ṣó lè fix Nigeria? Ìdáhùn yẹn èsì ẹ̀ ni kò sí àrídájú pé President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ó lè fix Nigeria. Ìdí dẹ̀ ni pé gbogbo ẹ̀yà tó ń bẹ nínú Nigeria gbogbo alájọ ní agenda. Igbo lájẹ́ndà, Fúlàní lájẹ́ndà, Haúsá lájẹ́ndà, àtúwá láwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ Europeans táwọn náà ní agenda. America lájẹ́ndà lórí Nigeria. Britain tí President Bola Tinubu gba state visit tèmi gbé nínú ẹ̀ for 29 years I've lived in this country and I'm grateful to my mother for bringing me to the UK because mo lè má mọ gbogbo tí mo mọ̀ lénìí tí mo fi ń dá yín lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lójoojúmọ́ lórí program for the last 5 years. Mo dẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ èmi ṣì ni the last man standing. Èmi ṣì ni the last man standing. President Bola Tinubu cannot revive the insecurity in the country, but a lè stop agenda Fulani using Igboho to do it. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa fẹ́ sọ di fracas, kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ fracas. Gbogbo ẹnu ni mo fi sọ. Ìbà Gani Adams have failed Yoruba people. So kò sí nǹkan tí bàbá yẹn lè sọ tí irú èmi lè gbọ́, because I know Ìbà Gani Adams before Olóyè Ìgbòho face to face and he's still alive. Ẹ pé Ìbà Gani Adams kẹ́ béèrè pé ṣé Koikimedia mọ Ìbà Gani Adams. So Ìbà Gani Adams, our expectation gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá, gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá tó tẹ̀lé wọn lọ sí ìlú wọn ní àkókò, kò ń ṣe pé a fi ń bà wọ́n jẹ́. Ó ní ìjà ọmọ Yorùbá ò ṣe é jà, and that is exactly what is still happening. Mo rí fídíò wọn tó ṣe láìpẹ́ yìí pé àwọn ọlọ́mọ ogun 3 million. So for that reason, àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe ń prepare ọmọ ogun, and we know Olóyè Ìgbòho ni Ìbà Gani Adams ń fún ní èsì. He failed Yoruba people. The expectation from Ìbà Gani Adams òun ni pé gbogbo ìgbà táwọn Fúlàní ń wọlé yẹn, but wọ́n fi ẹni tí ọba Elédùmarè gbélé wọn lọ́wọ́ láti fi bá wa kọ́ọ̀bù attack yẹn. Olóyè was in exile. Wọ́n lé mi kúrò Nàìjíríà. But mo decide pé for the reason pé olóyè ò sí nílé, kò sẹ́ni reason tèmi náà gbọ́dọ̀ lọ sí Nàìjíríà. And that was the reason why I stay back. Ta fi ń lọ sí Benin Republic. Torí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ nígbà tó detain Olóyè Ìgbòho, mo fẹ́ lọ́lé. Olóyè ní má wá, but ó mọ̀ pé mo máa dé. Ó ní gbogbo ohun tí o bá fẹ́ fi rán sí mi, gbogbo iṣẹ́ tó bá fẹ́ rán sí mi, tó o dẹ̀ fi bá mi sọ lórí fóònù, òun mọ̀ pé tó bá sọ fún ìyá ẹ̀ á gbéra àwa bá ẹ̀ deliver message yẹn, and that was maybe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yóò mọ̀ pé ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ kọ́lọ́n bá ń fọ̀run kẹ́. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, Ọlọ́run á bá mi dúró ti gbogbo wa, gbogbo yín ni mo ṣe máa kí. Ẹ jẹ́ n kọ́kọ́, because n tí mo fẹ́ sọ pọ̀ láti last year, but ikú tó wọlé wá bá wa yẹn ó bá mi lójijì. Tó bá yẹ pé mo mọ̀ pé ìyá yẹn máa kú ni màá prepare fún. So kò ń ṣerú èní la máa bẹ̀rù ẹnì kankan láti sọ̀rọ̀, àbí àwa máa jáyà pé tá a bá sọ báwo làwọn kan ṣe fẹ́ gbọ́. Bó bá ṣe wọ̀nyí ní kẹ́ ṣe gbọ́, kò sí tó kàn mí. Torí nígbà tí agbérin àjò yẹn dání, Ìbà Gani Adams gan pull back, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá pull back. Olóyè Bàbá Kítóyè, Koikimedia, Ẹ̀mọ́lá, Mòńgò Jẹ́jọ́kínọlá, àti millions of Yorùbá people, àtàwọn tó tẹ̀lé Dúpẹ́ Onítìrì. And they are still doing consultation. But ibẹ̀ yẹn another topic ni. Mo fẹ́ join ẹ̀ mọ́ra wọn. Mo fẹ́ focus lórí ìbéèrè kan tí ọmọ Yorùbá ń béèrè ni pé Koiki ṣé a ṣì ń ṣe Yorùbá nation? Ẹ bá ń gbọ́ wọlé share button. Tá bá lọ wo page àwọn tí wọ́n àtàkì olóyè lẹ́lẹ́ nísìn. Tá fi ṣe Yorùbá nation fún 5 years. Ẹlòmíì ò comment. Ẹlòmíì ò san £1 rí. Ẹlòmíì ò san £1 rí. Kò ń ṣàwọn tó dáwó ni mò ń sọ tó ní ẹgbà, ẹ ṣe flag, ẹ ṣe fìlà, ẹ gbaṣọ, ẹ ṣe awareness. Àwọn kọ́ là ń bá sọ̀rọ̀, torí àwa ò ní fẹ́nu tiwa tí a ti fi jata yín ká fi sọ̀rọ̀ sí yín. Ẹ ní right láti gbé olóyè kẹ́ ṣan mọ́lẹ̀ pé Tinubu báwo. Ibẹ̀ yẹn à ń bọ̀ níbẹ̀. Mo ní tó bá ní lẹ́yìn ìyàwó olóyè Ìgbòho àtàwọn ọmọ ẹ̀, mo sì jẹ́ ẹni tó súnmọ́ dáadáa. But ẹ fẹ́ mọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn àṣírí pé ṣólóyè ti sign agreement pẹ̀lú President Bola Tinubu ni tó fi ń dé fìlà APC. Mo ń bọ̀ níbẹ̀. Ẹ bá ń share button. But èyí tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni pé nígbà tí wọ́n mú bàbá wa ọmọ Adéyẹmọ sí Benin Republic, ó láwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí mo fẹ́ bá wọn sọ tí mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kọ́ táàpù fóònù mi, ni mo fi ní kí ìyá mi kọ́lọ́n bá ń fọ̀run kẹ́ kó gbéra kó lọ bá ọmọ Adéyẹmọ ní Benin Republic. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ pé ìyá yàn kan ohùn sí mi lẹ́nu. Látara bẹ̀ ni ìyá yẹn náà nẹ́ni tí ó ní òun á máa gbé ní Benin. Mo kí ọ̀nkú wa ní Benin Republic. Ìbéèrè tí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ń béèrè tẹ́ fi mọ̀ lálẹ́ yìí, òun ni pé ṣé Yorùbá nation táwa gbé dání yẹn nígbà tó lóyè ti lọ darapọ̀ mọ́ APC, ṣé Yorùbá nation yẹn ti wá stop? Mo wá ń fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ lálẹ́ yìí pé Yorùbá nation ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. Yorùbá nation, no retreat, no surrender. Àtúnṣe wọ another stage. I am not here to sell anything to you because èmi kọ́ ni Yorùbá nation, èmi kọ́ ni Odùduwà nation, Odùduwà republic. But èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí media tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ media tó dáńtọ́, tó dẹ̀ gbà pé Nàìjíríà ò lè ṣiṣẹ́. We have not moved an inch from that. But ṣé a máa fún olóyè Ìgbòho ní gbogbo support tó fẹ́? Mo fi gbogbo àyà mi sọ báyìí pé gbogbo ibi tó bá ń lọ ni mò ń tẹ̀lé. Mo ti rí àwọn tó ti pè mí, mo ti rí àwọn tí mo ti lọ bá tó sọ fún mi pé kò gbọdọ̀ rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo ń dọkumẹ́ǹtì gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí ìrìn àjò yìí ṣe ń lọ. Kò ń ṣàsìkò tá a máa kọ̀wé, but mo sketch oríṣiríṣi nǹkan jáde. àwọn kan míì lè wà tí olóyè ṣe fún yín tó dùn yín, bọ̀ lórí pé olóyè sọ pé insecurity ilẹ̀ Yorùbá òun fi ẹ̀mí òun sílẹ̀, ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni kí n má dárúkọ, kí n má dàbí pé mò ń dragi Ìbà Gani Adams, so I'm not gonna mention his name, but màá kó gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ èèyàn ńláńlá tó ń bẹ nínú Nàìjíríà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ṣé olóyè ọmọ Adéyẹmọ nìkan ni ọmọ Yorùbá tó yẹ kó fi ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ fún security tí tó bá tẹ̀ ní òun ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ́, à ń bọ̀ sí bọ́ sí kò tí ì fẹnu ara ẹ̀ sọ pé òun ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ́. Mo sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, ẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wo fídíò yìí lórí channel wa. Tẹ bá gbé fídíò mi, tá bá ti rí, a máa flag ẹ̀. Ìyá mi ní má gbà fún wọn rárá, tó fi jáde láyé ní tó sọ nìyẹn, and I must keep that. Mo ò fẹ́ ní body ní ẹ lè copy 10 seconds 30 seconds, but pé o kò lift gbogbo fídíò mi wá lọ gbé sórí page, a máa flag page. It doesn't matter relationship tabajọ ní, ẹ má lo fídíò mi. It's as simple as that. Ẹni tó bá ń wá Koikimedia, ẹni kó lọ sórí channel ẹ̀ kó lọ wò. But ẹ lè lo 30 minutes, ẹ lè cut ọ̀rọ̀ kékeré 30 minutes, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, anything more than that, a máa flag yín. Torí ẹ employ mi. Nígbà kan mo ní kẹ́ lò, nígbà tá kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìrìn àjò, ẹ jẹ́ kémi náà jẹ iṣẹ́ tèmi náà ń ṣe wàhálà lé lórí. A lè ṣe fídíò kẹ́yìn gbé lọ sórí channel yín, káwọn tí ó yẹ kó wò lórí channel tiwa kan lọ wò lọ́dọ̀ tiyín. No, it doesn't matter who you are. Ẹ jẹ́ bá ń share program yìí. Mo ti ní ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ bá gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá sọ tó pọ̀, but ikú tó bá mi, tó wá bá wa nínú ilé wa, ikú yẹn shock mi gan. Ìyẹn sọ̀rọ̀ ẹni, shock yẹn tí kúrò lára mi, shock yẹn tí kúrò lára mi rárá. Mo ti accept pé ìyá yẹn ti kú, but mo kàn gbà pé ohun Ọlọ́run bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. So mo ní wá ṣe wàhálà, kéèyàn kan wá máa jẹ wàhálà tí mò ń ṣe. Èmi ni máa fi ọwọ́ ara mi jẹ wàhálà tí mò ń ṣe. Gbogbo àdájọ́ máa gbádùn ẹ̀. Nàìjíríà máa pín. Ìgbà tó fẹ́ pín láàmọ̀, a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mẹ́yẹ bọ̀ lápò ni. Mò ń bọ̀ wọ́n ti dé. Tó bá yẹ kó wà láyé ni, àjọ máa wà lórí ètò ni. Fáǹfààní ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ ìyá mi, òun lélẹ̀, ìyá dáadáa. Ìyá tí ó fi gbogbo nǹkan ṣe. Alájà Adéyẹyẹ pè mí lánàá, wọ́n sunkún ni. Ìmọ̀ tó ń bẹ̀ ìyá yẹn pé kó má sunkún mọ́. Sọ kí lẹ fi sọ sírò èmi àti olóyè Ìgbòho tẹ́ ẹ̀ tí sọ tẹ́lẹ̀, ó ti gbowó ni. Àwọn tí wọ́n kó lọ bá Tinubu gan sẹ̀, £150 là ń gbọ́pọ̀ fún wọn, which they deserve. Tó bá jẹ́ pé n tó fẹ́ gbà nìyẹn. Mo ní kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ owó, kò ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ owó, kò sẹ́ iye owó tí Tinubu fẹ́ fúnra wa tá máa wá sọ pé àní sọ òtítọ́. Ṣé owó ló fẹ́ fún Ìgbòho ni? Kò ń ṣe owó ló fẹ́ fún Ìgbòho. Ìyá tí a jọ ń ṣe program, òun wá fi ọmọ tiẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ̀yin kan àwọn ọmọ tí yín sílé. Ṣé Ìgbòho nìkan lọmọ Yorùbá? Ṣé Ìgbòho ọmọ Adéyẹmọ òun nìkan lọmọ Yorùbá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? Àlọ́ àwọn Yorùbá míì tó ní àyà, tó ní ògùn, tó ní ìmọ̀ tó lọ́pọlọ. Ìyá dáadáa, kọ́lọ́n bá fọ̀run kẹ́. Ikú tó dé, ìyẹn ò ní pé Yorùbá nation máa tán. Mo níṣẹ́, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín fẹ́ mọ̀ pé ṣé a ṣì ń ṣe Yorùbá nation? Ṣé Yorùbá nation ṣì exist? Mo wá ń béèrè pé ṣé ìjọba President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ pé àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan wà tí mo ti sọ kí ìyá mi tó kú, so ẹ lè wá mú mi nísìn pé ó yá wá bú Tinubu. Ìwọ náà lè ṣe program kó bú. Látọ̀dọ̀ tèmi, èmi ò ní right láti bú, torí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ sọ fún mi pé ó ní láti bú Tinubu. máa ṣe program ẹ lọ, kí ló ń ṣépè fún? Má ṣépè. Gbogbo ẹ̀dẹ̀ ni mo gbọ́. Àṣé ìyá yìí òun náà ń dọkumẹ́ntì ọjọ́ tó máa lọ ni. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa. Mo ń bọ́rọ̀ bọ̀, mo ì tí dé. Torí mo ní ọ̀rọ̀ ń bẹ tá fẹ́ sọ. Mo ti rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tó ti bá mi sọ̀rọ̀. Pé ṣé ìrìn àjò tí olóyè wa gbé nísìnyí, ṣé ìrìn àjò yẹn wá dá báyìí? Wọ́n fẹ́ record kó lè gbé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lọ jáde pé ìgbà tá a bá Koiki sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn, ṣe ló ṣe báyìí, ló ṣe báyìí. ẹ̀mọ́ tẹ̀ ń dé pẹ̀lú èmi tèmi gbé labroad for 29 years. Ó máa pé 30 years tí mo wọ UK lágbára Elédùmarè. Mo kí gbogbo fámílì mi tó wọ́kọ̀ àdúró tì. Mo rántí nígbà tí ìyá mi kú, àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àtàbúrò mi nígbà tá lọ jẹun, wọ́n ní kí ló máa wá ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí. Mo ní èmi ò kúrò lórí ìrìn àjò Yorùbá Nation. Mo lè slow down after tí ìyá yẹn kú, bọ̀ pé Yorùbá Nation àwa abandon ẹ̀. Ṣé a fẹ́ abandon Yorùbá Nation torí Tinubu? No. Ṣé Yorùbá Nation ti wà abandon nítorí President Bola Tinubu agenda for 2027? Ṣé tí olóyè bá darapọ̀ mọ́ Tinubu tó darapọ̀ mọ́ Tinubu, ṣé Tinubu máa wọlé? Tinubu ta mọ̀ pé ó máa bọ́ fẹ́ bó kọ̀, ó mọ bó ṣe máa, gbogbo mọ bó ṣe máa gbéra wọn wọlé padà. Ṣé olóyè ló máa wá stọ́pù pé kí Tinubu má di president? Nígbà tá ní kájọ ṣe kó má bàa rí bẹ́ẹ̀, púpọ̀ nù yín ẹ̀tàdí mẹ́yìn. So ẹ̀ ń wẹ́ ẹ̀ ń tẹ́ fi forí ẹ̀ fàgbọ̀n, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Ẹ mọ̀ pé ìyá tèmi ti kú nísìn. Ẹ̀ ń wẹ́ ẹ̀ ń tí ẹ fi forí ẹ̀ tẹ́ fi fọ́ àgbọ̀n. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ mo ní láti response àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò tí mo kì í ṣe Ìgbò. Family mi fẹ́ Ìgbò. Mo ní lọ tó jẹ́ Ìgbò, but àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ni mò ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé ẹ fẹ́ fi orí èmi fàgbọ̀n nígbà tèmi náà ní ká lọ forí wọn fàgbọ̀n tí mò ń pariwo nínú yàrá yìí ní corner piece mi tí mo wà fún 5 years? Ẹ rí nígbà yẹn. Bọ̀ nígbà tí olóyè wá di òun máa darapọ̀ mọ́ APC láti ṣe kíni? Ṣé láti gbowó lọ́wọ́ Tinubu ni? Ṣówó ló fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ Tinubu? Tó bá tẹ̀ máa fún lówó, wá fún lówó fún budget fún security tó fẹ́ dá sílẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀ ni pé kó nóun fẹ́ protect ilẹ̀ Yorùbá? Ẹ bá mi dáhùn nínú comment section. Ṣé ẹ̀tọ́ olóyè ni pé kó jáde pé òun fẹ́ protect ilẹ̀ Yorùbá? Àwọn méjì náà ni tá bá ní ká gbé yẹ̀wò, Ìbà Gani Adams àti olóyè ní ẹ̀kọ́ secure ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. But option yẹn kù sọ́wọ́ federal government. Tí federal government bá rò pé ẹ̀tọ́ ni láti gbé fún Gani Adams, wá gbé fún Ìbà Gani Adams. Tí federal government bá rò pé ẹ̀tọ́ ni láti gbé fún Chief Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho Òòṣà, wá gbé fún. Kódà bó bá gbé fáwọn méjèèjì, wá split ẹ̀ ní kólúkálukú mú section tiẹ̀. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ má kọlura yín. I expect pé káwọn méjèèjì wá máa bára wọn jà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. But lórí ọ̀rọ̀ security tí olóyè tún fara ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ fún, gbogbo ara, gbogbo ẹ̀mí ni mo fi ń bá lọ. Èmi ò ní láti jáde kí n ṣe máa sọ pé APC Tinubu náà. Tinubu ò ní kankan tó fẹ́ ṣe fún ọmọ Yorùbá, but tó bá jẹ́ lórí security tó fẹ́ gbé fún olóyè láti fi defend ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, it is more than 100% good. Àfi tó bá jẹ́ pé selfish person lèmi. Ṣé yẹn wá mí pé ká má wo ọ̀rọ̀ ń bẹ gbogbo bí wọ́n ṣe wá sí UK, mò ń wò báyìí. Mo sọ fún yín pé wọ́n pè mí, mo refuse láti lọ ni. mo refuse láti engage anybody so that màá lè ní free mind láti sọ in tí mo rí lórí in tí Tinubu wá ṣe ní London on the state visit. Ìyẹn another topic ni. Mo ní pass tó gbé mi wọnú Downing Street, but in tí mò ń sọ ni pé lórí in tí olóyè Ìgbòho ṣẹ̀tú lọ lórí channel tóun bá lọ báyìí Koikimedia full 100% with my chest. Ẹ̀kọ́tẹ̀ kẹsẹ́ndẹ̀ síta full 100%. Torí mo ò mọ olóyè náà rí tẹ́lẹ̀, mo ò dẹ̀ mọ anybody rí tẹ́lẹ̀ yàtọ̀ sí àwọn tí a ti jọ wà ní circle kó tó di pé a gbé ìrìn àjò Yorùbá nation dání. Mo ò rẹ̀ rò pé mo á pọnlẹ̀kùn anybody pé mo fẹ́ gbàṣẹ lẹ́nu yín kí n tó gbé Yorùbá nation dání. So ta ni màá wá ṣẹ̀ máa sọ fún pé èyí tó lóye gbé dání yẹn o, èmi ò ní tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn o. Gbogbo mo níbi tó bá ń lọ ni mò ń bá lọ. Mo lè má sínú Nàìjíríà. I was in Nigeria recently. Yes, mo wá sí Nàìjíríà. But in tí mo bá wá, mo ní láti ṣe in tí mo bá wá kí n dẹ̀ máa padà lọ. Mo dẹ̀ ti wọ London padà. Lọ́jọ́ iwájú in tí mo bá wá yẹn, Ọlọ́run á bá mi jẹ́ kó buyọ láìpẹ́ láì jìnà, tí máa jó tí máa yọ̀ fún. Àbí ẹ ti gbà pé ọmọ olókùn ni mí, ọmọ olókùn kẹrìí tó sì wálé, ti bá tún ní kí n lọ ọ̀dọ̀ Ìgbòho ṣá, I need some bit of conflict of interest. Olóyè dey understand. I was in Nigeria, yes. Gbogbo fídíò tẹ́ ẹ̀ rí yẹn mo ṣe release ẹ ni. Yes, I was in Nigeria. I was in Lagos. I will not say more than that. But the fact that pé mo wà ní London, gbogbo tí olóyè bá fẹ́ pátá lórí ti media, ó ní backup Koikimedia. Ṣé rí Koikimedia organization kan bí BBC ni. Gbogbo tí YSD yẹn bá fẹ́ Koikimedia gbé tán. Gbogbo tí àwa tí a gbàgbọ́ lórí ìrìn àjò yìí bá fẹ́ Koikimedia dúró fún yín. Ṣé yẹn wá ní àní mú Tinubu? Ní bù. Torí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ sọ pé má bú Tinubu. But ṣé Tinubu máa fix Nàìjíríà? Bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, àwọn family mi wọ́n wà nílé báyìí wọ́n níná. A shit hole country for 60 years plus. Wọ́n lè provide enough fún yín kí ẹ lè máa fi rí in tó ń lọ lágbàáyé. Ẹ ṣé gan-an tẹ́ ń fún wa ní gift. Ẹ fún wa ní super chat. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá mi lọ sórí Koikimedia. Ẹ di member. How can we have 52,000 followers? Ẹ dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí Koikimedia kó máa ṣiṣẹ́, máa pariwo Yorùbá nation. Rí 1,000 people kó lọ bá wa subscribe. Púpọ̀ ní èèyàn mélòó ló ní Netflix? How many of you have Netflix? Èèyàn mélòó ló ní Prime? Ẹ lè bá wa di member. Àbí? Ìyá tó tẹ̀ fún mi lówó nísìn. Àbí? Adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Mo tẹ̀ dúpẹ́ pé àwọn grandma kọ̀ọ̀kan wà tí máa ń pè lábẹ́lẹ̀. Grandma, ọmọ yín kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ní wíìkì yìí? Èmi Ọláyọmí Koiki of Koikimedia. Gbogbo chest mi báyìí, ibi tó lóyè bá ń lọ làjọ ń lọ. Báà ni a ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ Tinubu àti ìgbà náà nìyẹn. Ṣèbí wọ́n ló kọ receipt ẹ̀ fún mi. Níbi tí ọmọ Adéyẹmọ bá ń lọ ni mò ń lọ. Níbi tí bàbá wa Professor Adébánjí Akíntóyè a máa ṣe meeting lọ́la again lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ibẹ̀ làjọ ń lọ. Níbi tí Káyọ̀dé Ẹ̀mọ̀lá bá ń lọ, níbẹ̀ ni Koikimedia ń lọ. Níbi tí George Akínọlá bá ń lọ, ibẹ̀ ni mò ń lọ. Níbi tí Ìlànà bá ń lọ ni mò ń lọ. Even though pé world media ti pín sí méjì, níbi táwọn méjèèjì bá ń lọ, but I remain independent. I'm not gonna allow any media kó drag me. Torí pé tí bá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀, mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kíyàn kankan kó caution mi pé má sọ báyìí, báyìí ni kò sọ. Tinubu ò lè fix Nigeria. It's as simple as that. There's no doubt about it. Téèyàn kan bá ní Tinubu, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ó máa wá fix Nigeria. Ẹ̀tútù ẹ̀dànù, irọ́ ló wà ń bẹ̀. but tó bá gbé security fún olóyè Ìgbòho àti Gani Adams, if that be so, ṣé kírú èmi wá tako ni? Ṣé fẹ́ kírú èmi tako in tí Tinubu fẹ́ gbé fún president olóyè Ìgbòho? Ẹ fẹ́ kí Koikimedia, ẹ fẹ́ kí n jáde kí n wá tako, kí mi wá jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ àlè Yorùbá? Ṣé ọmọ àlè lèmi? Èmi ò kí ń ṣọmọ àlè Yorùbá o. Ọmọ kọlẹ̀ Yorùbá ni mí. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ Fúlàní ò lè jí mi gbé níbi tí mo wà yìí, kò ń ṣe tẹnu. Mo kí gbogbo ìṣẹ̀ṣe. Fúlàní kò lè jí mi gbé. Fúlàní ò lè jí mi gbé. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mọ̀ yẹn nísìn níbi tílẹ̀ ṣúdé yìí. Iná ò lè kunu lé mi as long as ti bá ṣe ń tanná tí mo ra ná. But in tá à ń sọ ni pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò ní bàjẹ́ fún African Confidential. Ó ní, I do not agree with anyone that Igboho collected money to join APC unless they bring up the evidence. I think he had to show Tinubu public support just to appreciate him. Ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí kò ṣe pé mo rẹ́ni tó kù, kò ní bàjẹ́ fún African Confidential. Ó ra ticket láti America, ó dé London, ó pè mí mo lọ bá. Ó ní èmi ló ń wá kí, mo ní kò jẹ́jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, irọ́ ló ń pa. Ó ní èmi ló ń wá kí, ìyàwó ẹ̀gbọ́n ṣẹ̀ bímọ ni. Mo understand ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà labroad, ẹ̀yin bàbá mi, ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ẹ ti pè mí Koiki, èwo tó wà lólóyè tó wá gbé dání. Bọ̀ ṣé olóyè nìkan ló gbé Yorùbá nation dání? Ìyẹn number one. Ó ṣúò pé púpọ̀ nu wa àgbà fún bàbá Akíntóyè tẹ́lẹ̀. Ṣé mọ̀ pé mo ti sọ pé àwọn kan wà láàrin wa náà tó gbà fún bàbá Akíntóyè? Bí alára ẹ̀yin náà nìyẹn. Torí tẹ́ bá gbà fún bàbá Akíntóyè, tí bàbá Akíntóyè dẹ̀ ṣe dúró lórí Yorùbá nation, ẹ ní máa sọ pé Yorùbá nation ti kú. Ó ẹ fẹ́ kí olóyè gbébọn jáde kó dà lóru, kọ́ lè pínẹ̀ mọ́ta pé criminal ni. Títí di bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, pẹ̀lú gbogbo utterances tó lóyè ti sọ so far, is not a criminal. Politics ló ń play lọ́wọ́ yẹn. Ìtàn pè ní politics nìyẹn. Àwa ń bá Yorùbá nation campaign lọ. Kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó mọ bí politics ṣe ń play ní Nàìjíríà. In tó lóyè sọ so far yẹn, Buhari sọ èyí tó jù yẹn lọ 300 times. Tó ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ máa sùn tóun ò bá wọlé. Kí lẹ ṣe fún? President Buhari olórí burúkú, àkútúkù ẹ̀ lọ́run tó kú sí London, ó sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ pé tóun ò bá wọlé nígbà Jonathan, ẹ̀jẹ̀ máa sùn. Àwọn sọ pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ máa sùn. Olóyè ní ẹni tó bá fẹ́ gbé campaign wá kó wọ trainers. Mo kí àrólé Odùduwà kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, nobody on earth can fix Nigeria. Nigeria tẹ́ ń rí yẹn, agenda Britain ni. Ara agenda yẹn ni Tinubu bá wá. Mo ti sọ fún wa pé 75 years ni Britain fẹ́ fi keep Nigeria again. Ṣé 75 la pé níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn? Ẹ rán mi létí. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí TikTok àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa káàkiri. Ẹ bá ń gbọ́ wọlé share button. Mo kí lórí Instagram. Àfáàyè sílẹ̀ ẹ máa pè wọlé. Ẹ jẹ́ ń land dáadáa. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Facebook. Ẹ bá mi share program yẹn, ẹ share rárá. Ẹ bá mi share program yẹn. Ẹ share. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, àwọn kan tún béèrè pé ṣé relationship wa ṣì wà pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ Igbo? Yes. Relationship wa ṣì wà. We still have cordial relationship with the Biafra. Kò ń ṣe ọmọ Igbo tó fẹ́ gbé Peter Obi wọlé tó ní òun fẹ́ Biafra. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi lórí TikTok. Àwọn náà lájẹ̀ndà. But let's be factual. Regardless of where Tinubu wants to help us on the security, if it's given to Igboho, does not mean any question President Bola Tinubu. 75 years, okay. President Tinubu does not have what it takes to fix Nigeria. Ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá expect pé President Tinubu máa fix Nàìjíríà, a jẹ́ pé o mọ tó ń ṣe. Àwọn tó ń jáde tó ń campaign fún President Tinubu lẹ́gẹ́ Miami ní City Boy ní àwọn gba àwọn tó ń jáde, politics ló ń play. Èyí tí àwa fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ látara bàbá wa Olúbàdàn kábíyèsí Mùkínsà, bàbá wa Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀, àwọn tó ń fẹnu sí pé ẹ jẹ́ kí a gbé security fọmọ Adéyẹmọ, kó tẹ̀ bá wa dákun pé àwọn tó fẹ́ wá pa wáyé ká tẹ̀ slow wọn down. I don't think that is too big to ask from Tinubu. Ṣé nígbà tÁtìkù bá débẹ̀ la máa lọ béèrè lọ́wọ́ Àtíkù pé kó fún Olóyè Ìgbòho ní access láti protect ilẹ̀ Yorùbá? Ṣé Àtíkù máa gbé fún Olóyè Ìgbòho? Ṣé tí Peter Obi bá débẹ̀, ṣé nígbà yẹn ni a máa lọ bá Peter Obi pé kó bá wa secure Nàìjíríà? Gbogbo àdè lámọ̀ agenda Peter Obi, because Peter Obi wà lára àwọn tó ń support Biafra underground. So gbogbo àrímàkè tó ń play yẹn, àwa mọ bó ṣe ń lọ. Gbogbo alamọ bá Àtíkù ṣe jẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà. Àtíkù ti ń campaign fún fẹ́ di president nísìn látàyè MK Abiola ni. Ilé ń béèrè ìbéèrè ògọ̀. Ìbéèrè tó ń béèrè yẹn wà lọ béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn dádì ẹ̀ nílé. Ó ń béèrè pé who is Ìgbòho? Dádì ẹ̀ ló máa lọ béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. So àwa mọ agenda àwọn Biafra, but ọ̀rọ̀ Biafra kọ́ mo bá wá, àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ni wọ́n bá sọ̀rọ̀. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ní tẹ́ ní kùn sínú, tẹ́ ń whisper, especially the diaspora, lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ Adéyẹmọ, especially the diaspora. Gbogbo ṣẹ́rẹ́ àwọn tó wà nílé ìṣẹ́ àti ìyà ó ti báyé wọn jẹ́. Wọ́n lè tà mí fún 500 naira, àwọn tó wà nílé, kò ń ṣe gbogbo wọn. Àwọn tó wà nílé, mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ òdì sí wọn ni. Wọ́n lè tà yín nítorí 500 naira. Gbogbo alamọ̀ yẹn. But ṣẹ́rẹ́ yín diaspora, I believe pé a wà too intelligent fún Ìgbòho. Àwa la máa control Ìgbòho. Ta lẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ control Ìgbòho? Ta lẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ control ọmọ Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho ṣá? Mo ń béèrè ní o, kò ń ṣèjà. Okay, a dáwó fún, a ràn lọ́wọ́, and then so what? Ó disappoint yín, ó pa yín lọ́mọ jẹ ni. Ṣé ó fàdí ọmọ yín ya? Ìbéèrè ni mò ń béèrè o fẹ́yìn diaspora. Mo fẹ́ kí dá mi lóhùn. Mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́ dá mi lóhùn, kò ń ṣèjà. Tẹ́ fi ń question Ìgbòho ṣá. Pẹ̀rí tó dé fìlà APC. Èmi ò ní bá wọn dé fìlà APC o. Èmi Ọláyọmí Kóìkì ò ní bá wọn dé. But ibi tó lóyè bá ń lọ ni mò ń tẹ̀lé lọ. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ security yẹn, gbogbo ara ni mo fi tẹ̀lé. Gbogbo ara ni mo fi tẹ̀lé. Torí mo mọ̀ pé tí ọwọ́ wa bá tẹ̀kùdà, lórí ọ̀rọ̀ security ni mò ń sọ o. Oyè yín. But ẹni tó bá ní òye tó nínú, a mọ̀ pé ibi tá a ṣe ń lọ yẹn, a máa débẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn ti kó ìjà wá bá yín, wọ́n wà lẹ́nu ọ̀nà. Wọ́n ń kọ lẹ́tà sí wa, wọ́n ń jíyàn gbé, wọ́n ń rape àwọn èèyàn, wọ́n ń gbọ́ owó ní millions. Àwa ń béèrè, èlò là ń béèrè nísìn. Àwọn Fúlàní máa gbowó, wá tún ṣú ẹ̀ lórí TikTok. Àbí ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ yẹn nísìn. But àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá, Fúlàní ti pọ̀ láàrin wa nísìn. Ọmọ àlè ló pọ̀ láàrin wa, kò ń ṣe ọmọ ọkọ mọ́. Àwọn ọmọ àlè. Àwọn ọmọ àlè. Àwọn ọmọ àlè ló pọ̀ láàrin wa. Mò ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn diaspora, kí ni Ìgbòho ṣe fún yín? Tẹ́ fi ń sọ pé ìrìn àjò tó gbé dání nísìn kò yé yín mọ́. Kí ni kò yé yín níbẹ̀? Mo kẹ́yìn yẹn wa. Ẹ kálẹ́, ẹ káàárọ̀, aago 2 ti lù. Mo dẹ̀ ń try láti má pariwo torí ẹ mọ̀ pé inú ilé mi ni mo wà. Ó dẹ̀ tọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta, àwọn ọmọ mi ti sùn, ìyàwó mi ti sùn, neighbor gan ti sùn. mò ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ bá mi power tap torí tó bá jẹ́ kata efe àti pella tó ń ṣe gbogbo tó ń ṣe yẹn mo rí pella lọ́dọ̀ Adeleke gọ́vnà mo kí ẹ̀yin grandma mò ń béèrè lẹ́yìn àwọn diaspora ẹ wojú mi dáadáa èmi ọmọ yín náà ni èmi àbúrò yín Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí n disrespect yín mo ní kí ni Ìgbòho ṣe fún yín mò ń béèrè ni o kí ni ọmọ Adéyẹmọ ṣe fún yín tẹ wá mú ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀dá níbẹ̀ yẹn kí ni ọmọ Adéyẹmọ ṣe fún yín ẹ wá rò pé máa firú èmi ẹ fìjà sáàrin àwa méjèèjì orúkọ tó bá wù yín ni mọ́mọ́ tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́mọ́ yìí ẹ fún mi ní time ẹ jẹ́ n túbọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ kí ni ọmọ Adéyẹmọ ṣe fún yín èmi Ọláyọmí Kóìkì ni mò ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín nísìn kí yàn kan máa béèrè owó kankan níbí báyìí o tẹ bá ara tá à ń sọ nìyẹn o àmì náà tó bá tún post message òsì bẹ́ẹ̀ máa block yín dànù ni o ibà yóò kì í ṣe charity organization ẹ lọ bá Kòkun foundation ẹ má wá disturb àwọn èèyàn mi níbí báyìí owó tó yẹ kó fún yín kó fún èmi náà èmi gan ní ìdówó ara tá à ń sọ náà nìyẹn mo ní kí ni Ìgbòho Òòṣà ṣe fún yín ìbéèrè ni mò ń béèrè yín ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lamẹ́ríkà Australia Canada a máa take advice Ìgbòho má sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ ok àti gbọ́ kó má sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ àwọn northerners ń sọ̀rọ̀ àdèmọ́ tó ń pè northerners Fúlàní ni mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa President Tinubu ìgbìyànjú ẹ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà ṣé àwọn Fúlàní máa jẹ́ kó ṣeé ṣe ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀gbé báyìí ṣé Ìgbòho ló máa ní kí Tinubu máa wọlé ní 2027 ṣé Ìgbòho kíyàn kankan máa tọrọ owó lórí platform yóò ṣe ibi tẹ́tí ń tọrọ owó ẹ wọlé ẹ kíwá ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń tọrọ owó ẹni kan fún yín 2000 naira ṣé ìyẹn ló máa sort solution tá a fẹ́ mú wáyé èyí tó máa everlasting solution ni YSDN gbé dání lábẹ́ bàbá wa Professor Akintoye èyí tó máa mú solution òun ni Ìgbòho gbé dání a ní two solution lọ́wọ́ ẹ wá ní ká compromise ẹyọ kan nítorí pé a fẹ́ràn Tinubu àbí iná yìí tẹ́ ń sọ fún wa nìyẹn pé tí Tinubu bá offer wa ní security tó dẹ̀ ní budget yẹn tó gbọ́dọ̀ ní budget nínú because tó bá ní budget báwo lọ ṣe fẹ́ ṣe security yẹn ṣé kàtúnṣe máa wá jáde pé ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá nation Ìgbòho ti gba security ó yá ẹ dáwó no bó ṣe máa work kan nìyẹn owó Nàìjíríà yẹn náà tó ń gbà láti ilẹ̀ Yorùbá la máa fi ṣe security wá àti Yorùbá nation self determination ṣe ń lọ torí Yorùbá nation ò lè kú kò sẹ́ni tó lè pa olóyè ọmọ Adéyẹmọ gan ò lè pa Yorùbá nation ambos bọ́ sí Koikimedia mo kẹ́yìn yan wa ẹ bá ń gbọ́ létà wa tap kẹ́ share kẹ́ gbé lọ sí gbogbo platform yìí ẹni bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ti jáde kò níṣẹ́ Koikimedia àṣẹ mẹ́yẹ bọ̀ lápò ni púpọ̀ náà ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀dẹ̀ máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ̀wọ̀n alẹ́ ni mò ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ nísìnyàn ìyà ti mú yín ìyà ẹmọ tó ń pè ní ìyà ti ṣẹ́ ó ti mú ayé yín ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ti wà nínú ìṣẹ́ oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló máa ṣe yín ohun wọn náà kò wà ní position Koikimedia ohun ẹ̀ kò dàbí Ìgbòho Òòṣà gbogbo èèyàn kan lọ́lọ́run fún ní ti sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run fún èmi ní ti jagunjagun Ọlọ́run gbé Ìgbòho ní ti ká kọ̀wé Ọlọ́run fún bàbá Akíntóyè ní ti ká engage Ọlọ́run fún Ẹmọ̀lá ní ti jagunjagun Ọlọ́run fún George Akínọlá mo ní lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa ẹ má dá wọn lóhùn, máa block ẹ nísìnyí, má àwọn tí bá ti rí ẹ má gbà wọn dànù. Àwọn ọmọ ibi náà, àwọn ọmọ tí Fúlàní púpọ̀ nù àwọn ẹlòmíì tó ń lórúkọ Yorùbá ọmọ Ìgbò ni wọ́n, they born bastard, ẹ má bínú fún language yẹn tó jọ mẹ́ta, àwọn ọmọ àlè. Àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò tó ń lórúkọ Yorùbá ti mọ gbogbo agenda wọn yẹn, àwọn yẹn máa ń lọ sí, àwọn yẹn máa pẹ́ máa wá sí platform oní platform láti fi control ẹ̀. Ṣé relationship wa ṣì hold? Èmi àti Simon Ekpa tó bá jáde àjọlẹ̀pa, do I agree pé wọ́n in prison ẹ̀? No. Nnamdi Kanu likely might be brought back to London. Program mi nìyẹn, torí pé Tinubu ti sign agreement pé Ike Kremadu might be going back to Nigeria. They might bring Nnamdi Kanu back to London. I don't know yet. I pray it's like that. Kogbuwasi London. I don't think he should be in Sokoto prison. Therefore, Mama J, Kogbuwasi London. Any dignity, any humanity. I support Koikimedia. Ọtí bá mi fi account number síta. A máa fún yín láyè, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀. Mo ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tí pè mí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho ṣá. Ẹlòmíì ó fẹ́ fetí kọ̀ọ̀kan tí máa sọ. A lè lọ mú fún olóyè pé ìbáwọn sọ fún ẹ. Ọmọkùnrin yẹn kò ṣe tiẹ̀. Bọ̀wọ́ ti gbàgbé pé what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Òun lọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ máa tiẹ̀. A sì sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá. Ojoojúmọ́ lè máa ti Ìgbòho sọ̀rọ̀. But ẹ fẹ́ mọ in tó ń bẹ láàrin mi àti ẹ, ṣé amúlẹ̀ kan ní kí ló wà láàrin àwa méjèèjì? Ohun Ọlọ́run bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, kò ṣe mí. Mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Mo kí yín, mo fi kíkí Ọlọ́run, mo fi kí yín, mo fi kíkí gbogbo ohun tó olúkálùkù wa bá gbàgbọ́, mo fi kí yín. Èmi ni mo mọ risk tí olóyè gbé síwájú torí pé mo mọ orí, kò ń ṣe pé ẹ máa sọ fún mi. Ṣẹ́yìn mọ àìmọye ìgbà tá à ń padà bọ̀ láti gbogbo àwọn trip ta ló ń kí àwọn ọba. Ẹ mọ tójú wa ń fojú rí lọ́nà. Ṣé mọye mọ́tò mi tó gbá wa àbí torí pàwá sọ? Ẹ mọye accident ta ní àbí? Adúpẹ́ fáwọn tó ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Adúpẹ́ pé àwa náà dúró. Adúpẹ́ fún Jésù Kristi. Adúpẹ́ fún Ànábì. Adúpẹ́ fún gbogbo àwọn òòṣà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tí wọ́n ń tì wá lẹ́yìn torí ta bá rúbọ oúnjẹ. Tó bá jẹ́ pé bá ṣe ń lọ yẹn, tọ́wá ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o, ẹ gbà wá o. Irú àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ rúnrún bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn kan retí. Kò ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ní máa sọ lórí program. Do you know how many accidents tèmi àti olóyè tájọ wà ní same car àbí kémi wà ní escort tó wà lẹ́yìn tí mo ní evidence ni o tá a sọ lórí social media rí? Do you know how many accidents that happened? Do you know how many things that went wrong lórí pé bóyá àbí kó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ àbí kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀? So tí olóyè bá wá ní opportunity láti wà nínú Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, so inú tẹ̀yìn kan dùn. Ó bó ṣe dé Nàìjíríà kó dákẹ́, kó má sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Bó ṣe ń kí Tinubu yẹn tó ń dé APC fìlà, ó ń upset gbogbo yín. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé àwọn èèyàn wọlé. Mo kẹ́yìn èèyàn wa. A wà lórí Twitter space. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí abájọ ní làákàyè. You innovate. Òun bi mí pé why did Olóyè choose to align himself with APC? Ṣé àjòjì ni ẹ lórí platform yìí? So gbogbo tí mò ń sọ látàárọ̀, ṣé ẹ kèwú sétí ni? Bí a kì í tún answer, why did Olóyè align with APC so that kí wọ́n lè protect the family ẹ̀yin àti family èmi nílẹ̀ Yorùbá against Fulani agenda láti wá invade ilẹ̀ wa? Wọ́n ní bíyàn bá máa bá èṣù jẹun, ṣíbi tiẹ̀ náà máa gùn. Látijọ́ ta ti ń fi kọ́ọ̀bù Fulani tó ń wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá in 5 years. ṣé a ti rí ṣe? Mo ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ yìí tẹ́ ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi pé ṣé a ti rí ṣe? Have we been able to stop it? Bó ṣe wù wá ká stop ẹ̀. O ṣe fẹ́ kémi máa jáde, Fúlàní ti jí wọn gbé o, Fúlàní ti pọ́ bá o. Tí a bá lè protect àwọn èèyàn wa while self-determination is still going on, what is wrong in that? America gan tó ní stealth fighter jet to cost $100 million. $100 million. Iran hit it. I don't think some of you understand what that means. This is a stealth fighter jet. Iran ò tẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ rí lórí space wọn rárá, based on the way it has been built. So, tẹ́yìn bá jókòó sínú pálọ̀ yín, tẹ́ jókòó sínú yàrá yín, that means pé ẹ fẹ́ kílẹ̀ Yorùbá kó wà protected. So ẹ fẹ́ ká lọ protect ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tá bá gba Yorùbá nation tán. Níjọ́ ọ̀la mọ̀ tá fẹ́ gbà tán. Ṣolóyè nìkan, yes, F-35 ẹ ṣe gan ni, kẹ́kẹ́ ọ̀kọ́s. So ṣé section security yẹn kò wá important? So you are talking about a man that is taking a risk, because maybe some of you don't know that it's even a risk. So ṣé Russia ló máa fún wa ní nǹkan ìjà láti fi defend the Fulani ni mò ń sọ o, kò ń ṣe láti fi bá federal government jà o. I have always said it before. My mother said, stop saying it, bá máa jà ogun, and I have stopped it. The agenda of the Fulani is well grounded, is well known. Ṣé mọ̀ pé gbogbo tí King Charles fi sọ fún Tinubu on a state visit, they never mentioned the genocide of Christians in Nigeria. And you want us to believe that they don't know. Because agenda tí wọ́n ní pé keep Nigeria for as long as you can. But should we allow the insecurity to continue to flourish because we want to keep self-determination clean? Barely, because they are less concerned. I am not in Nigeria. I live in the UK. And I know what security means. Security even up to the food you are eating. So don't be as selfish of your own. So if Igboho has aligned with the APC for one agenda, let me put it again. It's not because Tinubu will be president of 2027 election. No. Tinubu will win. We know that. I've told you, he will rig himself in. Ẹni tó bá jẹ́ current president has the power to hold on to that position. But he cannot do more than 2 terms. Igboho align with the APC so that kí security èmi àtẹ̀yìn púpọ̀ nù wa nísìn àmọ́ bí a ṣe mọ security jura wa lọ. I'm asking you, can you say that the insecurity in Yorùbáland is now working? Tinubu cannot fix it because he wants to fix it, but they're not giving him the opportunity to fix it. Because there's an agenda. Maybe some of you forgot. The late Malafia Obadia said it, that there is an agenda. And that agenda has not left Yorùbáland. And what is the agenda? Maybe I should just remind us. Let me see if I can pull up that video. Kakok boss snip view. Katubere si wa gbe eyan wa wọlé. Mo ke eyan wa lenkan si. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. Don't come and ask me. Don't come and tell me, oh, inti olóyè lọ ṣe yẹn kò tẹ́ mi lọ́rùn. Ẹni tó bá tẹ́ lọ́rùn, stick to the self-determination that we are doing and forget about olóyè. And if you are not happy with the whole thing, then walk away. Àwọn kan support Yorùbá nation tẹ́lẹ̀ látilẹ̀. But for the security of Yorùbáland, if you have to align with the devil to secure Yorùbáland, I don't think is wrong. Because how do you secure it? Ṣé Putin máa bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ ni? Which of the country around the world will give you that support? Tó bá tẹ̀ máa wá fún wa ní support, ṣé expect wa ká wá sọ síta? And I've told you, lórí Yorùbá nation, kò sí tó ń lọ nínú ẹ̀ tí mo mọ̀. Because I am one of the backbone of Yorùbá nation. But I will never tell you everything that I know. Let's listen to this.
And the truth. And let me make some revelations, because some of us was.
Listen to this.
And the truth. And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented.
Okay.
They have sat down with us.
You remember him?
Not once.
Malafia Obade.
Not twice.
Okay.
They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria.
Okay.
Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have.
Boko Haram and the bandits are one entity. Mumbo, I will respond to some few questions and I will quickly pick calls. Please, where is Baba? Professor Akintoye is currently in America and is still the leader of the Yoruba self-determination. Baba Akintoye is still the leader of the Yoruba self-determination. Professor Adebanji Akintoye, I will be in a meeting with him again tomorrow. Lagbara Eledumare. I was in a meeting with him last week, Sunday. And Baba Akintoye is the one that drafted the letter that Igboho took to Downing Street. Koichi Igboho drafted the letter. Because you are saying now that Baba Akintoye struggle, Baba Akintoye, leader of the Yoruba struggle, Chief Sunday Igboho deliver his letter to UK as his vice. Can he stand before the UK now to talk about the letter? Why not? Why not? Is diplomacy not part of self-determination? Is diplomacy not part of because Igboho has aligned with APC, are we not meant to talk to our senator? Are we not meant to talk to our governors that we want to leave Nigeria? So if you're going to leave Nigeria and you don't want a war, I haven't got time for him. Champala. Showore cannot pull 10,000 people out. Kò tí sẹ́ni kankan ní gbogbo Nigeria lẹ́ni tó lè pull crowd as Igboho, even with the current situation that he has put himself in to protect Yorùbáland. Kò tí sẹ́ni náà. You know that, I know that. Gbogbo iti ba Gani Adams ń sọ pé àwọn ọlọ́mọ ogun kìíní kan yẹn, he cannot pull 10,000 people out. Tí Igboho bá ní kí 10,000 people jáde lálẹ́ nísìn, 10,000 people will come out. So when you are talking about the letter was sent to me through DHL by Baba Akintoye, and I presented it to Igboho, and Igboho eventually delivered it. What has that got to do with we are asking for Yoruba Nation and Igboho has aligned with APC? Do you know the content of that letter? Do you know that if there was a discussion of that letter with Prince Charles, or Prince Charles, King Charles, because he's no longer Prince, FA more too much, and we don't need to give too much. The content of that letter was something that the current administration as at that time called the UK ambassador to question that letter, not question Igboho, because Igboho is just the man that took the letter. The letter was written by Professor Banji Akintoye. And nobody has or knows the content of that letter. Malafia told us, warned us, that agenda is real. How many years ago ni Malafia ti kú nísìn? Èèyàn mélòó ló mọ̀ wá tí Malafia ti kú nísìn? Malafia Obadia must have died how many years ago now? Has the agenda of the Fulani changed? So because Igboho aligned with APC, does that mean that APC will fix Yorùbáland for us? No. But if we can get ourselves out of protecting our land, I'm not talking about, yes, the agenda is to Islamize Nigeria. I'm a Muslim. I was born a Muslim. Do I want to be Islamized? No. Do I want to live in a Sharia country? No. Share the program and invite even your enemies to come and listen. The agenda is real. And that agenda is still ongoing. Let's listen again.
With some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented.
Okay.
They have sat down with us.
Okay.
Not once.
Okay.
Not twice.
Okay.
They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria.
Okay.
Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown,
you want to fight Yoruba nation, and some people already got sophisticated network. And we have pushed, and we are still pushing every means that we can come out of Nigeria without bloodshed. Every means. Atikpe Anwoba, Akpe Joye, Akpe diaspora, Akpe homeland, as of a foreign country. Yoruba wants to have their own independent country. So why should that stop? Because Igboho wants to protect Yorùbáland via the current administration. Should we wait until we are fully captured? I'm asking question now. Should we wait until Yorùbáland is fully captured before we take a move? People that are fully networked, they are well equipped, they are invading the military barracks as if we don't even have a Nigerian military. Do you know what it means to invade? Is it possible for terrorists to invade American military base? We know that the attack is going on in the Middle East. Iran is pushing harder and harder every day, attacking America, even with the American might. So, because we want Yoruba nation now, we should not opt for another option of the insecurity. I'm asking question. I am asking question. Is Yorùbáland not in danger? Why then should we be selfish? Especially those of us in the diaspora. Do I agree that the country has been fixed? No. Do I agree with any agenda of President Bola Tinubu? The answer is no. None of his policy has put food on my family's table. Do I agree with Igboho asking for security? Yes. So don't come here and tell me, oh, Koiki, yeah. Let's bring some people in. Probably bring you in one at a time. Come on, Eki, or what too rowdy. Okay, no, sir.
It's well with you. I want to appreciate you and all the time, day and night. God Almighty will continue to strengthen you.
Amen.
You will not labor in vain.
Inshallah.
Sherry, orí ti security tí dẹ́kun kọ́kọ́ kí n fi tu màmá.
ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Olúwa bá tẹ́ mọ̀mọ́ sáfẹ́fẹ́ rere lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
Àmín.
Tó fi sílẹ̀ kò ní bàjẹ́.
Inshallah.
We really lo àrò nígbà tó wà live wọ́n ṣe máa ń lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ chief nígbà tí chief wà ní Benin Republic.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sọ.
Tó ń lọ kí wọn gbogbo ẹ̀ la máa ń rí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
She's a wonderful woman. Olúwa dé bá tọ́ sáfẹ́fẹ́ rere.
Àmín.
Mo tí wọ́n fi sílẹ̀ kò ní bàjẹ́.
Àmín.
Ṣe rí issue n tó kàn yà mí lẹ́nu fún àwọn èèyàn wa ni pé ó dà ní pé àwọn èèyàn wa lack understanding. I don't know what is wrong with them. They lack understanding. Nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ rí bó ṣe rí ẹni ẹlẹ́ni tó nílé tó lọ́nà tó ní everything ní Nàìjíríà ẹ lọ sí sọ́kà kẹlẹ̀ owó létí kì í ṣe rich ẹni irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ ò tẹ̀ kó dìde pé òun tẹ̀ fẹ́ dìde fẹ́yàn rárá kò yẹ kó dìde ló fi jẹ́ pé àánú àwọn kóòtù òjìlẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ àánú wa máa ń ṣe mí gbà mí bá ti máa ń ṣe àánú wa máa ń ṣe mí o ìbí ọ̀rọ̀ tí ò yẹ ká máa sọ tábàwà ní diaspora we should know what we supposed to say out. We won't just talk to anybody like that. Somebody like him. He was a very rich, a rich man.
Mọ̀ páwà là ń bọ̀. So a gbọ́dọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ sẹ́ni àwọn.
Kò ní ìdí anything látọ̀dọ̀ wa. Ọlọ́run ti bless ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ti bless ní chief. You know? Ìlú ìyẹ̀wò ẹ̀yẹ kó dìde pẹ̀lú gbogbo tí mo ní mọ́tò tó dáa, tí mo nílé tó dáa. Kẹ́hìn àwọn kan wá lọ waste mi dànù. Onídìde. Olówó ìlú lódìde àbí fún ọmọ kan dà wà láàmú ni náà olówó ta ní ẹ̀kọ́ tó ìgbẹ́rẹ̀ lódìde nínú wọn.
Ṣọkọ ya dá wa lóhùn ṣé gbogbo àwọn olówó dá wa lóhùn.
Kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ìgbà tí chief tó dìde lálàyé tó dìde ló fi jẹ́ pé tó ń dùn mí ni pé àwọn ọmọ Gani Adams wọ́n wá àtàkì chief wọ́n lè dáhùn ló wà káàkiri tó wà àtàkì chief. What you guys, what you are doing is very, very wrong. It's very, very, very wrong. Torí gbogbo gbàtọ́ lọ́wọ́ àtàkì wa Gani Adams wà bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí kankan. Ẹláwọn kan lọ síbi kan lọ gun ẹnìkan nígbà wo. Oye tí wọ́n bá fìyàn jóyè àwòdó yẹ kó lè gbá tilẹ̀ náà. Ṣebú Gani Adams ṣebú kìíní náà fi jẹ́ Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò. Àwa yìí.
Ó ní federal government fún òun ní opportunity.
Àbúrò ní Gani àti gbogbo wọn ló jẹ́ síyàn kámú ti ipò tán náà gbélé wọn ló kámú kúrò àbúrò wọn jẹ́ síyàn àbúrò. So láti dé láyé tí tó jọ́ mẹ́ta tí èèyàn bá dẹ̀ ń ṣe nǹkan èèyàn bá dẹ̀ wọ̀ nǹkan tó bá ń ṣe kó mọ it is my right. Àwọn àtàkì àwọn èèyàn wa dídí ṣe kọ́kọ́ wá ń kóra jọ àtàkì ẹni lẹ́ni ṣé ìlú ẹ̀kẹ́ máa àtàkì sí ó wà ní exile for almost 5 years. Kò lè sùn kò lè wó ọkọ ẹ̀ ò balẹ̀ ó níyàwó kò níbi tó yẹ kó tó ibi tí gbogbo ìtura ìwà ìfẹ́ kó dúró sí wọn ò dúró síbẹ̀ kò lè dúró bẹ̀.
N tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ kí olóyè ṣe wọlé yẹn ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí àtáàkì Tinubu.
It's wrong.
Ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí àtáàkì ẹ̀.
It's wrong.
So tá bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí àtáàkì tá bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ẹtẹ̀ ní sùúrù sá.
Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí
is a failed government tó tẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó lè sọ yẹn a lè máa defend olóyè ò já ẹni sùúrù ẹ̀gbọ́n mi olóyè ò jáde nísìn kó náà ń defend Tinubu lórí policy tó ṣe because kò favour anybody kò fomi sínú tébù wa kò fóúnjẹ sórí tébù wa but olóyè ń jáde pé lórí ọ̀rọ̀ security ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ gbé fóun kóun mọ tóun máa ṣe ẹ dẹ̀ ní láti gbé fún nìkan tí Tinubu bá rí pé òun lè gbé fún Gani Adams náà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tóbi kọ́ split ẹ̀ kó lóye mú apá kan kí Gani mú apá kan kó ju bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
kó náà máa apá kan ṣùgbọ́n Gani ò fẹ́ gbà Gani fẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé ọwọ́ ní gbogbo kí ni ìbá wà.
kò possible Gani ò lè gba gbogbo ẹ̀ ó ti fail because I was in London when ẹni sùúrù ẹ̀gbọ́n mi London ni mo wà nígbà tí wọ́n gbé ìbá Gani Adams wá nígbà tó joyè yẹn kọ́lọ́n fọ́run kẹ́ Dàpọ̀ Williams it's not the first time I'm saying it. Orí ìjókòó bàbá Tibetan sì wà láyé ẹ lọ bá bàbá Tibetan pé nígbà tí wọ́n gbé Gani Adams wá tó di Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò tí Dàpọ̀ Williams invited tó sponsor trip yẹn wá sí London I was there. Nǹkan kan tí mo gbọ́ mo tẹ̀ mọ́ bàbá Tibetan yẹn dáadáa nígbà yẹn níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn. Bàbá Tibetan sọ pé kí Gani Adams kọ́ lọ wá bá ṣe máa ṣọ̀rọ̀ oko ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. I'm talking about before 2019 ni mo ń sọ yìí. I'm talking about bí 2017 around that time. Pé kọ́ lọ wá bá ṣe máa ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ protect ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Pé tó bá fẹ́ tractor, ẹni sùúrù pé tó bá fẹ́ tractor, Tibetan is still alive. Gani Adams is still alive. Ẹ lọ confirm lẹ́nu wọn. Pé tó bá fẹ́ tractor, òun máa ṣe bí tractor ń ṣe máa wá láti America. Tibetan said it. I was in the room. So how come we've not been able to protect Yorùbáland today if we know Gani Adams would have done it? That means he has failed. And nílùú òyìnbó ẹni tó bá ti fail, it fail. Ẹ lè sọ pé nísìnyí Olóyè failed. Olóyè has not failed anybody because at the end of the day, Yorùbá nation is not just Olóyè. Olóyè is just one person.
Ṣé ẹ rí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ Mr. Koiki? Nígbà tí àwọn ọmọ Gani tí wọ́n dìde tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí àtàkì chief sí, tó dáwọn àwọn ló bọ́ síta. Ṣé mọ̀ pé chief tó travel báyìí ní bọ́ sí àtàkì náà nìyẹn? Àwọn ọmọ Gani náà ni.
Come on, attack.
So adẹ̀dẹ̀ afẹ́ kílẹ̀ wa kó wà protected. 130 wa day and night. 128 báyìí náà ń bọ̀. 28th of this month.
Ó ti dé tán.
Wọ́n tún lè sún o, ọmọ gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ti hàwé à, wọ́n tún lè shift jẹ o, but wọ́n lè wá before the time. Kọ́mọ̀ fa àyàn lára. So táìmù tá a wà ń sí yìí, bí a ṣe máa protect ilẹ̀ wa, òun ló gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ bàádà. That is why ti President Tinubu gbọ́dọ̀ jọ kọ́mẹ̀tì approve kìíní fún wa. Bóyá tó bá máa gbé fún àwọn méjèèjì kẹjọ split yẹ, but Gani ò ní gbà bẹ́ẹ̀, á fẹ́ kó oníkan ló fẹ́ gbà, kò dẹ̀ lè work. Kò lè work. Wọ́n máa tó bá jẹ́ pé kó oníkan gbà, kó split yẹ into two. Kó mú side ti tiẹ̀ ibi tó wá fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn tiẹ̀ sí. Then kí chief náà mú àwọn èèyàn tiẹ̀ náà tó wá fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn tiẹ̀ náà sí. So wọ́n split into two ni. Tó bá pẹ́ we really want peace. But kò ní fẹ́.
Okay.
Bí kíkiní yẹn kó gbóòn náà máa gbé kíní yẹn fún.
Kò possible.
Ló wà lọ́pọ̀lọ́ ẹ̀.
Kò possible.
Yóò dẹ̀ lè work.
Kò possible.
We are not fool.
We are not fool. Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Chief ò béèrè owó.
Bó tẹ béèrè owó fún budget tó máa fi ṣe tó fi ṣe ni.
Ó máa fún ìjẹ́ pé kò ní demand fún eléyìí demand fún owó ti ẹni. Eléyìí demand fún owó ni.
Kódà.
Láti mọ̀ pé eléyìí máa lè ṣe kankan fún wa báyìí.
Okay. Mo ń bọ̀ padà.
And kò dẹ̀ lè help situation.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ọwọ́ ká wà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Kódà ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ bàbá Yomi Benson ẹ má ti lọ mò ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ yín padà. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ pè wọlé, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Koikimedia Instagram. I'm trying to log in my Instagram here. It's not going through. I need láti gba call. So please join us on other platforms so that you can follow the program. Fẹ́yìn tẹ́ bá fi gbọ́. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ pé Ntolóyè ń ṣe ẹ fi gbọ́. Ẹ lè deactivate ara yín. I don't think you need to because ẹni tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ ọkọ Yorùbá ẹ ní láti understand pé the current situation right now is very very there. Táwọn èèyàn bá sọ gbogbo tó lọ ní Yorùbáland. Ẹ kọ orí gbogbo wọn tẹ́lẹ̀ pé mo ń bọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká fún ẹlòmíràn láyé ẹ bá wa mute bàbá wa ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sọ́dọ̀ Mr. Yomi Benson ẹ bá wa dá sọ̀rọ̀ náà máa fi nọ́mbà síta in a minute mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa ẹ bá gbóhùn sókè bàbá wa Yomi Benson ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì wa. Ẹ kálẹ́ mọ̀. Ẹ ti jẹ gbèsè nìyẹn tẹ́ ẹ bá mọ̀ irú ẹ̀yin lẹ́ẹ̀kan má mọ̀ pé alájà ti kú ẹ ti jẹ gbèsè nìyẹn o torí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ti dáwó òkú ẹ ti dáwó òkú nìyẹn ẹ gbà gbóhùn sókè Ọlọ́run bá foríjì wọn ìyá dáadáa.
Ṣé rí tí bá kàn ń ro ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn Yorùbá ó máa ń sú ẹ̀bẹ̀ bá wò ó téèyàn bá wò ó dáadáa ṣe rí nígbà míì tó bá fi pé ó ti yẹ kẹ́ ẹ bá nígbà tá a tẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ibi tó rọ̀ Yorùbá dé sí ọgbọ́n ló gbà ṣe mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ problem tá a ní nínú Nàìjíríà sí the whole world ni wọ́n ti rí pé Nàìjíríà yẹn ò lè wà lójú kan kò fẹ́
Nigeria is a failed state. Everybody knows that.
The whole world
is a failed state.
It's a failed state. America ti mọ̀.
Everybody knows.
Everybody ló ti mọ̀.
Britain gan mọ̀ pé Nigeria is a failed state. Okay, I'll start it from here. I'm going to start it from here.
Mo ń gbọ́ program kan ní ẹnu máa bàbá ń pè ní àdàbà. Mo sọ pé gómìnà Katsina wrote a letter to the Ministry of Justice of the state. Wọ́n rí bí sí àwọn repentant Boko Haram. Àwọn Boko Haram yẹn ni wọ́n fèsì àwọn kìnnàtì ìpè vigilante kìíní wọn ní ìbátan nípèjọ. Bí 19 ni wọ́n mú balẹ̀ náà vigilante kìíní wọn ní Katsina state bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn ẹtí tó yẹ pé à ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé wájẹ̀ kú bọ́tà láwọn. àwọn kan lórí àwọn sàbúrú ṣá. Ìtì ìṣẹ́tì máa ìjọ fẹ́ gbà gan is a very risky job.
Very risky.
Ó wà risky gan. Èèyàn tó jẹ́ kó tiẹ̀ yẹ kó ra jókòó tó lọ fún ìjà àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ní. Ó kọ́ sí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ kó má tẹ̀ bá wa dá sí náà.
Kí ni kan àwọn èèyàn pẹ̀lú yẹn? Sí ìtọ́kọ̀ àwọn èèyàn pẹ̀lú yẹn.
Ẹni tí wọ́n ti lé jáde tó ti wà nígbà for years. Ẹ wá expect kó dé kó máa ta. Ìjẹ́mi tí ẹ̀sìn máa ń blame àwọn tó ti di ààrẹ títí karaba bọ́ bá tọ́jú ẹ̀ láwọn ẹ̀sẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ fún ẹ̀yà wa nígbà. Èmi ò láìkí Tinubu omi láìkí ẹ̀fọ́ anything o. I don't like him. But èèyàn tó lè defend àwọn northern leaders yẹn ló jẹ́ pé ó ń dribble wọn bó ṣe ń gbá wọn wájú ló ń gbá wọn lẹ́yìn. Gbogbo ọgbọ́n burúkú ọgbọ́n ìjàpá tó wà ní ẹ̀yẹn ló fi ń dà wọ́n rú. Tí ò fẹ́ tó lè ṣe. So ẹyọ kan yẹn mo gbé fún. Tó bá jẹ ní pé gbogbo kìíní yìí ká ní sùúrù. Ká máa gba Yorùbá nation. Ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ látòrí ìwé ọ̀rọ̀ security.
Ẹni tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ ká gba Yorùbá nation bọ̀ kí security wa kó mẹ́hẹ̀ káwọn kọ́ pa àwọn èèyàn dáadáa ká tó gba Yorùbá nation.
Láwọn àwọn táǹsọ̀ yìí àwọn northern state yìí northern Nigeria yìí wọ́n ti ní isba police wọ́n ti láwọn ọlọ́pàá àwọn tó ń kó àwọn tó mọ sí àwọn tí ó gbà àwẹ̀ ńgbà tí wọ́n ti àwọn lágbàá wọn gbogbo ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń ṣe ládàáda ni wọ́n ń ṣe ń bọ̀. Gbogbo ayé ló fi ní pé Nigeria is many countries within a country.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So a lè wà papọ̀ láíláí kájẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ibì kan àdẹ̀wò ara wọn kan tó ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí sọ pé dandan kò lè jẹ́ kíní kan ẹ̀ wò Ọlọ́run bá wa sílẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Aṣẹ́dùmarè ẹ ṣé gan ni mo dúpẹ́ mo ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ yín padà tí ẹ bá ṣe bá mute ká tó gbé ó dà pé èèyàn kan ṣì wà ń bẹ̀ kó tó di pa ṣe phone line mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa lọ́tún lọ́sì tí ẹ̀ ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lóòótọ́ a ní ọmọdé gbọ́n àgbà gbọ́n la fi dá Ilé Ifẹ̀ bò lórí ọ̀rọ̀ in tí àgbédání tí à ń béèrè fún lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ẹ̀tọ́ wa ni pé ká question Tinubu lórí kí ló dé tí a ṣe ń jà àwọn èèyàn wa àti ń question ẹ̀ bọ̀ láti many years àdẹ̀ tí gbẹ̀wọ́ kúrò lórí ẹ̀ a ní right láti béèrè lọ́wọ́ President Tinubu kí ló dé tí àwọn èèyàn wọ̀ lóúnjẹ tó ń jẹ lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta wọn níná wọn ní security lára àwọn nǹkan tá à ń béèrè education wà ń bẹ healthcare wà ń bẹ tí a bá wá lè rí security gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ láti fi defend ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kí nìkan tó bàdé nínú ẹ̀ ìyẹn àkọ́kọ́ dẹ̀ ṣé Yorùbá nation ti kú ìbéèrè ni pé kí ló fi pa Yorùbá nation kò sí nǹkan kan tó lè pa Yorùbá nation because Yorùbá nation is the main reason tí Nàìjíríà fi wà bó ṣe wà tí Britain tó kó papọ̀ nígbà tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa state visit ìyẹn ti President Tinubu many things were discussed during this state visit but a ti rí agenda pé Britain ò fẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà kó pín ní sìn even while Tinubu is the president kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ yẹn because the agenda of Britain is to keep one Nigeria as long as much time that they will probably now decide that okay àsìkò ti tó right now the Middle East is in crisis Nigeria has a lot of gas maybe some of you don't know that gas tó ń bẹ nínú Nàìjíríà ó pọ̀ the current situation in Iran, Qatar, Oman, Saudi Arabia means that there will be shortage of gas. Níbo ló ti need the gas yẹn? That is why they were building the pipeline from Nigeria going straight to Morocco, connecting to Niger, out back to Europe. But now they're having issues because of Burkina Faso. Because Traoré kò fún wọn ní that entry mọ́. So the world itself needs a realigning and reposition. And Yoruba nation is the only reason to lè fún wa ní that kind of peace of mind. But ká tó gba Yoruba nation, how do we get Yoruba nation? Plus 44 74 04 40 5917. Fáwọn tó bá fi dá sí. How do we achieve or get our quest for Yoruba nation? Are we going to engage? Are we going to dialogue? Are we going to fight? How do we achieve that agenda of Yoruba nation? Ọ̀nà wo la fẹ́ gbà fi gba Yoruba nation? There are many options on the table. United Nations doesn't give you a country. If you like, cry from thy kingdom that your country is not working. They don't give a country. And we have done a lot of program on that. So let's go straight to the caller. Mombo Lodo in Baba Yomi Benson. We have a caller from the US. About Bones, okay, brother.
My lovely brother, OLAYOMI KOIKI.
Carol.
It is well with you and family.
I share the married.
Along our feet, Tura, Fumamawa, maybe to want to see me.
Amen.
Ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá kò ní surprise you because the way our people are thinking, they are so shallow in the way they think. And not that you are shallow in thinking, a lot of people are arrogant with it as well. In the first instance, Ani Adegba Yorùbá nation, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ló ní entitled, ló ní citizenship of that nation. See, tí a bá gba Yorùbá nation, ṣé o gba àwọn tó wà ní politics lẹ́ni tó wà ní APC lẹ́ni tí a máa lé wọn kúrò nínú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá? Ṣé a máa lé wọn kúrò sí wọn nítorí pé wọ́n wà ní APC wọn ń sọmọ Yorùbá mọ́? Àbí gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n sí ìdìbò bẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá wà pariwo aṣọ kékeré torí ẹ̀ wọ́n di ọmọ ìṣọmọ Yorùbá mọ́, so they cannot live in Yorùbá nation or they won't have citizenship of Yorùbá nation. Àbí tá a bá gba Yorùbá nation, a máa sọ pé Bola Tinubu is no longer a Yoruba person, so I deny any citizenship. I withdraw citizenship. I don't know how our people are thinking. Abiti Bola Tinubu can't tell one to alone to one lady who can't decide okay, and that they're making ọmọ Yorùbá, Yamalo. She Emma so we send to be PC president, president Nigeria. I don't understand what's wrong with our people. Why is the world talking about diplomacy? Diplomacy is that part of diplomacy. I'm also going to share Yorùbá nation. Okay, power. So Yorùbá nation now. There's number two. I'm be as of we want to figure out when what para wa fi beeru mi. Àwọn èèyàn are kò sóúnjẹ, kò sí nǹkan kan. How come I Yorùbá nation now? And these people that are making comments, you only see them on the social media. When it comes to real engagement, they will not come out. When it comes to rally, some of them will not even come out. When it comes to, okay, let's make some contribution, they will not come out. They will only be on the social media just to make comments because talk is cheap. I don't understand what is wrong with them. And my question is this. Should sign contract Yorùbá nation? Did he sign any contract with anybody? Okay, on the sign contract, there is some so because of that, he has to execute the contracts. He will not sign contract with anybody. He came in willing. All this time, these idiots are sleeping with their husband and their wives. And to let them take it off from there. Come on up, I will Yorùbá nation now. I'm a support you. So my point is just that Yoruba should stop being unnecessarily arrogant, ignorant and arrogant, selfish. They should stop doing that. So they can focus on the reality. Do we need security now? Yes, we need it. Can we just declare Yoruba nation right now tonight? No, we cannot. Okay, before the Yoruba nation gets declared, do we need to secure our land and secure it from those who want to take it over from us? Even before the so-called declaration, yes, we need to defend the land. How are we going to defend the land? We don't know. We still need to get into the government so that whatever Kaman they will know at the end of the day. So it be terrorists, or won't commit murder, or won't commit manslaughter, or whatever. So it is high time I start thinking out of the box and stop being unnecessarily or arrogantly, ignorantly arrogant. My brother, I'm just angry with these people.
Okay.
With some of the useless comments also. God bless you, my brother.
Thank you so much. Let me brother wa tó ṣì wà pẹ̀lú wa mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ náà lórí TikTok and Instagram. Thank you so much. We're coming back gradually. I'm still in grief. I'm still mourning, but I still have to do the job that Eledumare has given me. Regardless of whatever anybody say, between myself, Igbowo, the movement, we don't give a care. We don't care because one thing is, I'm going to read what Chatham House is. Monibi by Letimawa, educated. If you want to listen, Moke Intedara Kumalori YouTube. Ibibai ni Etimawa, well grounded. Because this is the only channel that does a lot of detailed explanation, take you around the world, bring you back home, and explain the nitty-gritty. Kò ṣe pé àwọn platform tó kù náà olúkálùkù ló ní their ways of doing things, and everybody that has followed me in the last 5 years knows that we have just started. I know you want to hear a lot, but we are coming up. Okay. Baba mi Yomi Benson, Kinto Ka Inti Chatham House sọ. I want to I'm going to bring one or two people. BFA response in particular scholar so before we read what Chatham House. And most people don't even know who Chatham House is, but I will tell you a little bit more. Mokofigbe, one or two people wale, and then we would go straight into it. Go ahead, Mr. Yomi Benson.
This thing is a gradual process. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ti wá fún ọmọ ká ó dàbẹ̀ ẹni tó fẹ́ tó bí reality ó rẹ̀ ẹ̀dá ìgbọ̀gbẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ bí reality ó lẹ̀ lọ sí theory tí wọ́n fẹ́ tó lé máa lọ́wọ́ sí. Ó ti yàtọ̀ sígbà tó ń decide fún ara rẹ̀ tó ń wọnú kó káàkiri ẹ̀rọ tó ń kó káàkiri ẹ̀rọ lẹ́gà ni. Ilé ẹ̀wọ̀n tẹ̀ sí ẹ̀dẹ̀ but now that we have been given the opportunity to take over the domain. Àtàwọn tó wà ní other side tí wọ́n ṣe nǹkan tó wù wọ́n. Tí wọ́n mú Deborah tí wọ́n yé táwọn kọ̀ jẹ́ àbọ̀.
Tọ́ṣan mọ́lẹ̀ tó pàdánù.
Tí wọ́n pàdánù. Ẹ̀yin òun ṣe Boko Haram o. Ìyẹn Jungle Turkey tí wọ́n ṣe lọ́dọ̀ wọn ni ọmọ tí wọ́n jáde. Nígbà oríṣiríṣi ni wọ́n ṣe lọ́dọ̀ wọn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ tí wọ́n ń kórìí burúkú yẹn. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ní kórìí burúkú yẹn ti ń sẹ̀kalẹ̀ ó tún sẹ̀wọ̀n ìsàlẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ wa ń dé. Wọ́n lé fún ọba adájẹ́. Wọ́n jiyàn gbé káàkiri. Àjẹ̀wá ní pípítà yìí kó tiẹ̀ bọ́ sí. Tọ́wá ní kó ti yẹn ti wá mí pé Yorùbá lè ṣe ìṣe máa ń rìn ẹni. Èmi ti sọ́ọ̀tì máa ti ní fún yẹn. Sọ́ọ̀tì ní pé ọ̀nà tó ń gbà yẹn kò sí. Ọlọ́run ló tiẹ̀ ní pé káwọn kan tó bá ti bàjẹ́ ilé ìtọ́pẹ̀ ní yẹ̀rọ òbí ọ̀tún bàjẹ́.
Wá ti take it out. Wá ti take tó bá yẹ kó Yẹmí òsì bàjẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wá ti take it out.
Wọ́n Tinubu yẹn ẹni pé bó ṣe ń jí pẹ̀lú wọn bó ṣe ń tọ́ wọn lójú ló ń bẹ̀ wọ́n lọ́rẹ́ lẹ́yìn. Ìyẹn ló dẹ̀ dáa jù.
Mo ń bọ̀ padà lọ́dọ̀ yín sà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sọ́dọ̀ the man. Ẹ bá gbóhùn sókè ká tó lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá wa Adé. Padà Ládé Rádà. Ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ẹ̀pẹ̀lẹ́ báwo ni gan?
Adúpẹ́ fọlọ́run.
Paris làwọn ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀pẹ̀lẹ́.
Àdúrà ọgbà.
Iye màmá.
Ọlọ́run bá ń forí jì wọ́n. Inshallah láṣẹ̀dùmarè àmì Jésù Kristi. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Ẹ bá gbóhùn sókè.
Most things tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni àwọn máa tán pè lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn ti sọ. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, àwa Yorùbá arrogance wa ti pọ̀ jù. Ó ti pọ̀ jù. Ìwé ìtàn fi ń ṣe ẹnu tẹ́ńbẹ́lú olóyè. Èmi kan tó wá wò ni pé àbò ní contract ta sign pẹ̀lú olóyè tí ó tó bridge contract yẹn.
Ẹ jẹ́ n play devil advocate. Ṣé a fẹ́ fi ẹ̀mí olóyè sínú pé a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation kẹ́mi ẹ̀ já sínú ẹ̀?
Kò yé mi o.
So torí a fẹ́ ẹ má bínú sá ẹ má bínú pé mo interrupt yìí máa fún yín ní gbogbo àyè. Ṣé torí a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation nísìn ẹ̀mí olóyè gbọ́dọ̀ já sínú ẹ̀? Ẹ̀mí Koikimedia gbọ́dọ̀ já sínú ẹ̀? Ẹ̀mí gbogbo àwa tájọ́ ń ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ já sínú ẹ̀? Ṣé àfi enjoy ẹ̀ ni then nígbà tá a tẹ̀sí lè pé ìjọba ẹ̀ ló máa bọ́ sí ṣé a fẹ́ kí olóyè jáde ká já gbogbo ìjà yẹn tán kẹ́mi gbogbo ajá sí ká wá filẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ wa àbí báwo àbí a máa fi ọgbọ́n láti fi débẹ̀ ni àbí báwo ẹ bá mi gbóhùn sókè.
my brother ẹ jẹ́ kí sáré sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àárín yẹn. ṣé ẹ rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàárín yẹn a gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́kọ́ wá secure ọ̀nà afẹ́gbà à ń sọ pé afẹ́gbà Yorùbá nation wà secure wọ́n ń gbé wa pa wọ́n ń pa wá lọ́sàn wọ́n ń pa wá lóru wọ́n ń pa ọkùnrin wọ́n ń pa gígùn.
ok a lè dá oko mo kí yàrá Christina ok Paris jìnnà mo kí ok. wọ́n tẹ̀ máa wá ibi tó máa dé sí ló máa yàtọ̀ ni wọ́n lè wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àtàbújá wọ́n lè má dé Oǹdó àti Ìjẹ̀bú Òde lọ́dọ̀ ibi táwọn abúlé tèmi wà ẹ yíká padà lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá wa ní Paris ẹ gbóhùn sókè.
so lákòókò a sign contract pẹ̀lú máa yẹn 80 million náà pè wá máa yẹn ò sí lé problem wà everywhere mute wọ́n padà dé ṣé ní nǹkan tí olóyè ṣe yẹn èmi àti yẹn kò ti jà mí báyìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mo sọ pé wọ́n ní ẹni tó bá máa ẹnì kan tó bá máa mú kinní kan ọgbọ́n lèèyàn máa fi ń irú tó bá bà sórí ẹ̀pọ̀n ọgbọ́n lèèyàn máa fi ń pa.
ẹ̀rí mi pa.
ṣé rí ti security tí olóyè gbà lọ́wọ́lé yẹn in fact kó tó di pé wọ́n wá dáríjì olóyè wọ́n máa ń sọ fún ẹni yẹn pé àwa la kó problems olóyè lọ́rùn kálá ti mọ̀ ní security yẹn ni ọba ti máa ṣe lọ ní day one tàfi mọ̀ wọ́n kọ́ má dá sí wa ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n wà pẹ̀lú wa. mo ní by now onílé àtàlejò àti máa lọ sóko nílẹ̀ Yorùbá gbogbo àwọn Fúlàní yẹn á ti lọ.
so tí bá gbọ́ yín dáadáa it's like pé a slow down the insecurity tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ látara pé olóyè join ní movement yẹn.
ó join wa
okay.
yes ọtí sìn tọ́lọ́ndé wa gbé lágbájá sókè lọ́rùn kò sẹ́ni tó gba tiwọn náà bọ̀.
ṣé mọ̀ pé ní 2021 tí mo wà ń lé and I think ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo bá sọ àwọn èèyàn lè reference pé lóòótọ́ ni èèyàn yóò padà ẹni tó bá ń parọ́ ṣé mọ̀ pé ní 2021 mo ní èmi àtolóyè lọ sáwọn abúlé kan wọ́n lọ ń ra kí ló máa ń pe èyí tó fi ń ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ tó bá bẹ láṣẹ èlùbọ́ ló máa ń fi yọ lára cassava ní abúlé yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ tó bá ti bẹ̀gẹ́ yẹn wọ́n máa sa sóhùn àbí wàá wà lọ ló máa di kí ló máa di ó máa di ṣé ọdí láfú wọ́n wá ń sọ fún wa pé àwọn ló ń ra láfú níta wọ́n ṣe máa lọ sọ́jà lọ ra láfú wọ́n ní right wọ́n ní opportunity láti bẹ̀gẹ́ yẹn mọ́ kórùn sa nítorí pé àwọn Fúlàní ti invade ibẹ̀ yẹn now based on ten sọ nísinsìnyí mo kó tó wáyé pé security yẹn ó wà tight tẹ bá rántí pé ní July last year tan travel mo sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wa pé mo rí tọ́ lé ẹ̀gẹ́ káàkiri mo rà gbogbo ara iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ṣe sí gbogbo Òkè Ògùn nìyẹn because wọ́n ti defend ibẹ̀ yẹn to some extent táwọn èèyàn ti ń padà sóko but kò tí ì ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́kìtì kò tí ì ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Kogi so a ṣe ní influx of Fúlàní tó ń wọlé tó jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn dá oko yàtọ̀ sáwọn tó ń jíyàn gbé ni mò ń sọ nísìnyí àwọn èèyàn ò lè dá oko ṣe mọ̀ pé tó bá mọ̀ pa lè dá oko ebi ń pa àwọn èèyàn àsọ fún yàn pé padà lọ sóko because àwa gan fi ṣàgbẹ̀ but the problem is kò sí ọmọ Yorùbá kan lénìí níbi tílẹ̀ ṣúdẹ̀ wọ̀ bí bá bálẹ̀ ẹni náà dá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àfi tó bá ní security pé tílẹ̀ bá mọ́ ní òníyò láago 6 wàá dá wọnú igbó ẹ̀ láago 6 ni mò ń sọ whereas by 6 yẹn ó yẹ káwọn èèyàn ti wà lóko kọ́ ti máa weed kọ́ ti máa ṣe this kọ́ ti máa ṣe that so the insecurity is a big threat so a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation kò ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú a fẹ́ defend ilẹ̀ wa a gbọ́dọ̀ defend ilẹ̀ yẹn Yorùbá nation is an ongoing mo ń gbọ́ yín bàbá wa láti Paris torí mo fẹ́ sáré ka kíní in táwọn charter máa sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu ẹgbọ́n sókè mo ń gbọ́ yín sá láti Paris.
olóyè gangan wọ́n wá gbé security yẹn fún wọn sí ó sì sí nǹkan tèmi àti èèyàn kan máa ń jà fún 24/7 yẹn pé security gangan ló yẹ kó lóye lọ fún kọ́sà wálẹ̀ sórí títì fún Yorùbá nation bọ̀kọ́ máa bá a fi kó sí lábẹ́lẹ̀. so ṣé wá ní gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá torí Yorùbá là wá tí wọ́n fẹ́ nu ẹ̀gbọ́n sí ọ̀rọ̀ olóyè yẹn arrogance àti ìlara ni mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
àwọn ọmọ Gani ni àwọn ọmọ Gani
àdá. no ẹni tí ò tẹ ẹ̀mọ Gani rí wà bẹ́ẹ̀ because olóyè kan lórí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá Yorùbá ò ṣe property olóyè mi àdé àdè sign contract pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ mi wá mọ bó ṣe wá gbé ogun lé lórí pé ó lọ ṣe mo gbọ́ program kan ní ìjẹta ní ẹ̀ẹ̀mẹ́ta mo wà disappointed nípa ọmọ Yorùbá bóyá sọ̀rọ̀ olóyè but mo rí obìnrin tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn immediately ni mo mọ obìnrin yẹn immediately.
Okay.
Mo á wò pé àwọn eléyìí kò sọ̀rọ̀ kankan lẹ́nu wọn.
Okay, mo ń bọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré kan tí Chatham máa sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu ẹni tó bá mọ Chatham House kíkọ fún wa ní tẹ́ bá rántí pé Chatham House àwọn non decide tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láfíríkà àti fi ṣe program rẹ̀ Chatham House yẹn gbogbo ó fẹ́ di president Africa wà kọ́kọ́ wá bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ wà kọ́kọ́ wá júbà wọn but ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ understand the game pé ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà tá ń sọ yẹn is controlled either from inside or from outside ìkànnì méjèèjì but when we talk about Chatham House àwọn olóńpè ní Chatham House let's go to the AI overview quickly ká bèrè pé Chatham House. Chatham House, also known as the Royal Institute of International Affairs. Mo ní lórí Koikimedia nìkan ló ti lè gbọ́ àlàyé ọ̀rọ̀. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo àwọn aláta iléepo tẹ́ ló ń gbọ́ káàkiri yẹn. Problem insecurity Nigeria olóyè kan ló dálẹ̀. So tó bá fi bá wa resolve ẹ̀, ó ní every right. Kò bá dé fìlà APC lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta. Tó bá fi jẹ́ pé lórí security ló fi ń dé, ó ní right. Ẹ lè má agree pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Torí púpọ̀ náà yìí tẹ́ ń pariwo tẹ̀jẹ́ diaspora ẹ wà ní comfort zone yìí American defend yìí nísìn Iran ju 2,000 miles radius láti Iran lọ sí kan náà àwọn base UK wọ́n sọ nísìn pé in tí Iran fi lè ju 2,000 miles àwa tá wà ní London ká máa múra torí láti Iran dé bíbáyìí that means pé wọ́n lè ní ìmí tó tún lè wọnú bíbáyìí mélòó ni a mọ̀ tí Fúlàní ti kó wọlé láti Kwara tó yẹ pé tó bá yìn mélòó ni Kwara sí Lagos State kódà tó bá yìn láti Sokoto gan á bá yín lára ní Kwara State. So Chatham House, also known as the Royal Institute of International Affairs, is a world-leading independent policy institute, think tank based in London, founded in 1920. Èmi máa ń like a date. Why was it founded in 1920? Nigeria was amalgamated in 1914. Kakov, àwọn tabanila kai, Kakov, kí ló dé tó dá ilé sílẹ̀? Is because what it prepared Africa when they were putting Africa to where it is during the Berlin Conference. Orí tí and coffee àti sìgá táwọn obìnrin jókòó ẹ má bínú ìyàwó àtẹ̀yìn sisters wa. Because àwọn kì í sọ̀rọ̀ àǹfààní níbí báyìí. Obìnrin jókòó sí wọn lórí chair báyìí ló ń divide Africa. Títí dọ̀la mo ń follow àwọn couple kan girlfriend and boyfriend Michi every Sunday ló máa ń release video wọn. Wọ́n fẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà nísìn wọ́n ti wọnú Cameroon wọ́n tún ṣe owó Nàìjíríà padà sí CFA because nígbà tó pín Africa according to Berlin Conference àwọn France àwọn di apá kan mú Britain di apá kan mú ìyẹn ní owó owó ọ̀ṣẹ́dọ́gba. So tá bá wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa the same Chatham House tó ń sọ nísìn pé àwọn ni Independent Policy Institute and think tank based in London, founded in 1920. Nigeria was amalgamated in 1914. That's 6 years after. It provides a forum for world leaders like President Tinubu, Atiku, Peter Obi, gbogbo wọn ló ti wá, Buhari náà, Baba Gosime, òun náà ti wá sọ̀rọ̀ rí níbẹ̀ before he died. Forum for world leaders, policy makers, experts to debate and find solutions to major global challenges ranging from climate change, international security to global economy. Yorùbáland is under a serious threat, and if whatever Igboho decision to protect it is not well secured, we might not have a Yorùbáland before Yoruba nation. Take it or leave it. If we do not tackle the insecurity now, we might not even have a Yorùbáland to talk about. It's either we defend it now or we let it go. Let me put this again. If we do not defend Yorùbáland and stop the agenda of people telling us that by more, it might not even be before 28. Maybe some of you think all these they are bluffing. They are not bluffing. These are people that are invading the military barracks. One invade military barracks. Every one of us can see it. Every one of us can hear it. Elogbo English alaji.
against Sunday Igboho, anything against any.
ẹ lọ gbọ́ bọ̀bọ̀ kan tó ń pè ní English Alhaji. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́n ti English Alhaji, intel tó wà lọ́wọ́ bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ó ju tẹlòmíì lọ. Every day they are invading the military, they are buying them like chicken. Anyway, let's go straight to it. You can check it out for your own reference. This is Chatham House on Tinubu's visit. This was posted some few days ago. Tinubu's UK visit, diplomacy alone. Egbobi Bayo, diplomacy alone won't fix Nigerian problems. So that is just the headline. Diplomacy alone won't fix Nigeria problem. What then will fix Nigerian problem? Tinubu, diplomacy alone won't fix Nigerian problem. Let's read further. About mute. Baba wa Lade, káwọn èèyàn wá lè gbádùn in tí mo fẹ́ kà síta yìí, màá fún yín láyè kẹ́ response sí. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ pè wọlé, àfún yín response. Mo kí wọ́n tẹ́ ń wò wá káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Orúkọ mi ni OLAYOMI KOIKI, tí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ sí Koikimedia. The Nigerian president visit his latest high-profile foreign policy moment on the world stage. This is a big visit. It has never been done in the last 30-something years. Visit Tinubu why? Then wait. The last time somebody had such a state visit was about 30-something years ago. About 36 years, if I'm right. So it's a big deal for the people that owns Nigeria, directly or indirectly, using democracy as a way to deceive us. Because we know that the democracy in Nigeria is not the kind of democracy practiced in the UK, not the one that is practiced in America, Australia, even in Turkey. Because Turkey is going according to their own Islamic way. I have stayed in Turkey. They are running their own country in accordance to their culture. Nigeria doesn't have a culture. Nigeria is not one. But let's go further. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's state visit to the UK this week is the first by a Nigerian leader since General Ibrahim Babangida in 1989. How many people have been born in 1989? Maybe some of us. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Indomie tó ṣe bí lánàá lẹ wá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ Ìgbòho pé ó ti dé fìlà APC. Ẹ̀yin mọ̀ tó ń pè ní diplomacy. Ẹ má yẹ kí n kọ́ sí yín. Ẹ̀yin mọ̀ tó ń pè ní diplomacy. At least I have been born before 1989, so I can talk. At least mo ti dàgbà díẹ̀. Tí n bá ìtẹ̀ tí mo díẹ̀ mo ti dàgbà. Mo wá dúpẹ́ pé ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ ó mọ diplomacy. Ó mọ tán pè ní diplomacy títí tó fi kú. Ẹlòmíì nínú yín tẹ kábàkàbà tẹ́ ń sọ yẹn ó lè sọ sójú èmi gan kò ń ṣe tẹnu màá tìka bọ̀ ẹ́ lójú ó lè sọ sí mi pé tó bá rí mi pé kò wá sọ màá tìka bọ̀ ẹ́ lójú màá yọjú ẹ̀ jáde à ń bọ̀sibọ̀sí Ìgbòho torí àti wá ní opportunity the social network. Wọ́n ní Babangida ni the last person to fún ní that kind of state visit, a military dictator. Ẹ rò pé Britain stupid. Ẹ rò pé wọ́n mọ tán ṣe. Wọ́n rí pé Tinubu káwọn bá wú ẹ̀ mọ́ra, káwọn fojú ẹ̀ mọ́ra, káwọn fún lọ́yàn mu kó wá jẹ tọ̀ìtọ̀ì. Do you know what state visit is? Ẹlòmíì ọmọ tán pè ní state visit. Ẹ̀yin oníranù. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ dá kankan mọ̀. Ẹ mọ̀ tán pè ní state visit. Do you know the importance of the state visit? Another topic for another day. Let me repeat again. The last person to fund this kind of state visit was when Ibrahim Babangida ti wà lórí wheelchair nísìn. Kò ń ṣe pé kò lè dìde lórí ẹsẹ̀ mọ́ tó máa fi jáde láyé. Orí ìjókòó yẹn ló máa wà lórí wheelchair. The same Babangida ṣe mú ara tí Babangida dá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ta ló pa MKO Abiola? Kò ń ṣe Babangida náà ni. Yan male. Ta ló pa MKO Abiola? Kò ń ṣe Abiola ló mú Babangida wọ gbogbo ilẹ̀ òòṣà tó ń sọ oríṣiríṣi tá gbọ́. Ta ló pàdánù? So tá bá lè pa Babangida, mélòó ni Tinubu? Tá bá lè pa MKO Abiola, mélòó ni ara Tinubu? Mélòó ni ara Tinubu? tí wọ́n lè take out mélòó lára ẹ̀ mélòó lára Tinubu mọ̀ béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín wá take Tinubu out ẹ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ kan sà tẹ bá fẹ́ interject ẹ lè sọ̀rọ̀ màá kọ́ mute ara mi. mo ti ẹ má wọrí mo ti gbá wèrè dànù àwọn àlè àwọn ọmọ tí bàbá ò lè jẹ oúnjẹ mẹ́ta tí bàbá ẹ fi jáde láyé. My mother died even in dignity in London. mo mọ bí tó sùn sí tó fi kú mo wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò ṣe pọ́ sọ fún mi èèyàn máa lè tẹ́ pé òkú yín ráre lójú títì ó pa àbí ọ̀rẹ́ Anthony Joshua òkú ọ̀ráre lójú títì tó lè kú sí London kíyàn rẹ̀ ya picture ọ̀ bíbá bẹ́ẹ̀ dá kó ya picture ẹ̀ tó bá kú sójú títì ní London ṣé èèyàn lè kú lójú títì ní London nísìnyí kí n wá gbé fídíò kí n lọ máa pick kí n èèyàn máa lè idiot all over the place bomb bastard èèyàn máa lè ẹgbẹ́ ni chọ̀chọ̀chọ̀chọ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí Ìgbòho idiot all over the place ta lẹ́yìn Babangida ṣì wà láyé òun ni kò jẹ́ ká jèrè MKO Abiola ó máa dá kò ní dá fún wa àmọ́ torí Abiola ò débẹ̀ ó máa ṣe dáadáa sílẹ̀ Yorùbá kò ní ṣe dáadáa wọ́n ò jẹ́ kó débẹ̀ àwọn wo ni diplomacy náà ni so tó bá wá fi diplomacy tó fi pa Abiola dànù ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà fi diplomacy ká fi wọlé sí wọn lára idiot all over the place can't understand between +1 +2 ọ̀nà òde fìlà APC tó yẹ pé gbogbo tó kù lọ́ra APC nísìn tí Tinubu bá ti ṣe tán ni ẹgbẹ́ yẹn máa fọ́ dànù gbogbo tó kù lára APC Tinubu ló sì dì mú lẹ́yìn Tinubu nísìn APC fọ́ dànù ẹgbọ́n kankan mọ́ nípa PDP wọ́n bára wọn jà burúkú ni bọ̀tẹ́ ní làákàyè torí o ti ra data 3 pound àbí torí ẹni data l'Amẹ́ríkà ẹ̀ máa control Ìgbòho báwo lẹ ṣe fi control ẹ̀ ṣẹ́yìn ni dáàdi ẹ̀ bẹ́yìn ni mọ́mí ẹ̀ ìyá ẹ̀ kú sórí ìrìn àjò yìí ni ìyá tèmi náà ti kú sórí ìrìn àjò yìí ẹ̀yin lẹ máa sọ tá máa ṣe fún wa ṣẹ́yìn lẹ máa sọ tá máa ṣe fún wa idiot all over the place. King Charles I'm sure tá bá lọ wo age ní 1989 ìyá ẹ̀ ló ṣì wà láyé níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn so that means pé ìyá King Charles ló invite Babangida wá kí ló dé tó ṣe fún Buhari ní state visit kí ló dé tó ṣe fún Jonathan ní state visit ṣe rò pé àwọn òyìnbó stupid wọ́n mọ̀ tó ń ṣe èmi fẹ́ gbé yín padà wá sí bíbá ẹni èmi ò kí ní kàn mí pẹ̀lú tó ń lọ́nu Nàìjíríà ìbíbá ilé mi gbé mo mọ bó ṣe ń play game wọn ya fún ní state visit kó wá jẹ tọ̀ìtọ̀ì ká sọ fún pé tiẹ̀ là ń ṣe ká sọ fún pé Tinubu tiẹ̀ là ń ṣe bọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà jẹ́ kó ṣì máa lọ bó ṣe ń lọ yẹn. Hosted by King Charles III, God bless the king. Bó bá wọn ẹ̀kọ́ bu ibà ilé mi ń gbé àwọn ló ń tọ́jú èmi ní bíbá ibà mo ti ń san tax ìyá mi ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí n bú royal family mọ́ ó wọ́n mi ni tó fi jáde láyé. God bless King Charles. This was a unique event, historical, tí wọ́n ní gbàgbé láíláí. Tinubu gan ẹ̀rí bínú ẹ̀ ṣe ń dùn ní pé ha èmi lẹ ṣe léè tán fún kí lẹ fẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ port ọjà sign ẹ̀ fún yín ìwọ tó bá ti níwèé ní UK ọ gbé ẹ padà lọ lé nìyẹn. There might be likely that Ike Kirimadu, I'm not too sure, might be returned back to Nigeria and maybe Nnamdi Kanu might be brought back. Tó bá ti níwèé ní UK tètè wá lọ́ọ̀yà kó mọ bó ṣe máa dúró dáadáa tó bá ti gbé ẹ ó lọ lé nìyẹn wà lọ máa lọ Nàìjíríà tó ṣiṣẹ́ má sọ èèyàn mandate ní bíbá wá padà lọ lé ibi apàṣégèsè lára bẹ́ẹ̀ ló gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi ò níwèé ń ṣe èèyàn mandate ò jẹ́ káwọn tó níwèé kọ́ máa ṣe èèyàn mandate àwa ta níwèé gan àlọ́ báwọn ṣe èèyàn mandate we shall stand ò níwèé lọ́ ń ṣe èèyàn mandate tó bá gbé ẹ pẹ́rẹ́ wò ó Tinubu ò ní yanjú ẹ̀ tó bá délé o. And if you think that any politician that you speak to or you spoke to kì má tàbọn o bá sọ̀rọ̀ ní London ọ wá sọ fún ẹ pé tó bá délé àwọn máa sort it out irọ́ ló wà níbẹ̀ o irọ́ ló wà níbẹ̀ látàyè Ọbásanjọ́ gbogbo àwọn tó Ọbásanjọ́ promise pé tó bá wálé òun máa sort wọn out irọ́ ni Ọbásanjọ́ sì wà láyé nísìnyí oúnjẹ tọ̀ìtọ̀ì káàkiri Gbogbo àwọn tí Jonathan promised. So don't be deceived that politicians will solve our problems. But tá a bá lè rí nǹkan gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn lórí security, ẹ jẹ́ ká rí gbà. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká throw away pé torí àfẹ́ràn Tinubu. Mo sọ fún yín pé Tinubu ò lè rà mí. Mo sọ fún yín kò ń ṣe tẹnu, kò lè rà mí. Mo ò ní bọ̀, mo wà okay. Ṣèyí Tinubu ò lè rà mí. Kò sí èyí tó fẹ́ gbé sílẹ̀ tó fẹ́ fi rà mí. Mo ti kúrò Nàìjíríà, ìyà ò jẹ mí. So ìyá mi nìkan nìyẹn ló ti lọ nísìn. Gbà mí mo kọ̀ wo gbogbo, mo kọ̀ wo gbogbo aṣọ, gbogbo nǹkan tí ìyá yìí fi sílẹ̀. Ìyá yìí ti kú náà nìyẹn. Abájọ tó ní tíyàn bá kú. Mo rí ìyá mi nígbà tó máa tó fẹ́ sin, mo rí face to face báyìí pé nígbà tó ń gbé wọnú ilẹ̀. Nígbà tó wọ̀ ẹ̀ fún tán, wọ́n pè mí, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi pè mí pé kí n wá wo ojú ẹ̀ last kó tó di pé ọmọ afaṣọ bò lójú. Ò ní ṣoríire wọ tó bá tún sọ̀rọ̀ sí mi, bẹ́ẹ̀ ò ní kúre, bẹ́ẹ̀ ò ní kúre, ìyá ò ní kúre níbi tó bá wà. Ọmọ àlè, pump bastard. Mo ti dé sí yín lọ́rùn padà. Ẹ ní ṣoríire. Olè ní Koiki, olè ní bàbá ẹ̀. Kò mú prove wá pé Ìgbòho gbowó lọ́wọ́ Tinubu àbí Koiki gbowó lọ́wọ́ Tinubu. Wọ́n pè mí náà. Ṣé ti bá wá lọ náà tí ẹ ṣe máa sọ náà nìyẹn pé mo ti gbowó. Wọ́n pè mí pé kí n wá attend gbogbo event àwa ṣe London, kí mo fẹ́ fi ṣe. Ebi ń pa mí ni. Èlé lọ́ fẹ́ fún mi. Òun náà là ń gbọ́ pọ́nà fáwọn kan ní £150. £150 wá gẹ́gẹ́ bí owó. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ Yorùbá nísìn. Èèyàn máa lè. Èèyàn ọmọ tẹ́ ẹ̀rọ lárí. 1992 ni ìyá tèmi kúrò Nàìjíríà. Ó rí future pé kò sí nǹkan kan tó lè tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ wọn. Àwọn ọmọ ló ní passport tó wà lókè yẹn nísìn. Ohun mi náà káwa náà ní passport tó máa ṣiṣẹ́. Passport Nàìjíríà ò lè gbé ẹ lọ anywhere. Tinubu dẹ̀kọ́ ló ní problem yẹn. Nàìjíríà ti wà lábẹ́ ìgbèkùn for many decades. Táwa ṣe ń gbé light sí lójú. Púpọ̀ ní tẹ̀ ní pátá nídìí. Ẹ̀wọ̀n boss corner káàkiri. Let's continue, mo ń bọ̀. This is a state visit. Is the UK highest level of diplomatic? Tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́, the highest ní gbogbo. Do you know that ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀? Ṣé mọ̀ pé Donald Trump was happy to get a second state visit? Queen Elizabeth fún ní state visit. Nígbà tí Britain fẹ́ gba nǹkan lọ́wọ́ Amẹ́ríkà, wọ́n fẹ́ gba nǹkan lọ́wọ́ Amẹ́ríkà. Bí olóyè náà ṣe fẹ́ gba nǹkan tó dé fìlà Tinubu, ẹ̀yàn mọ́ àlè. Britain sọ fún Amẹ́ríkà pé àwọn máa fún Trump ní second state visit. It has never been done in the history of UK. Because fún any state visit lẹ́ẹ̀mejì. Who the hell are you? So tí Ìgbòho bá fi wá gbà nǹkan lọ́wọ́ Tinubu torí pé tóun ò bá dé fìlà yẹn òun ò lè rí gbà. Ẹ jẹ́ kó dé fìlà yẹn tó bá òun kó dé lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta. Idiot all over the place. Ẹ mọ̀ tán pè ní diplomatic ni. Ẹ mọ̀ tán pè ní diplomacy ni. Eré lẹ pè. Mo gbọ́ yín.
Ṣé tó ṣe wà ń bẹ̀? Ó ní láti àwọn èèyàn wa.
Wàá ṣeré Ayọ̀mí Kúndámíjù mórí ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀.
Àwọn kan ọpọlọ wọn ti gbálẹ̀. Kò dẹ̀ sí bá ṣe fẹ́ rú kán fẹ́ think straight. They can't just think straight anymore. Now, n tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wọn nìyẹn o. They can't just think straight anymore.
Okay.
Ọpọlọ wọn ti lulẹ̀.
Ibi báyìí láti máa set it straight. Ibi báyìí.
Bá ṣe máa ń ronú, they will think like animal. They can't just think straight.
Ibi báyìí láti máa reset ẹ̀.
Tí a bá gba security, tá a bá ń pariwo Yorùbá nation, oníbo la fẹ́ gbà sí? Ṣé ibi tá ti ń gbé wọn tá ti ń pa lójoojúmọ́ la fẹ́ gbà sí? La fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation ni? Kò sí investor tó lè wá Nàìjíríà tó lè fẹ́ wá invest sí Nàìjíríà bó ṣe wà sí. Kò sí.
Bọ́tẹ̀ ẹ̀wọ́ Èkó lọ́mọdé sí, wọ́n ní wá Ondo state, wọ́n dẹ̀ ní wá any other state lẹ́yìn Àbújá tẹ̀ndò.
Pé kò save, báwo ni invest sí gbogbo ẹ̀ pé kò save? They won't come.
Kódà ẹ ṣe gan ni mò ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ yín padà. Ẹ jẹ́ n sáré gbé brọ́dà mi Yorùbá. Mo kẹ́ Ayọ̀mí Kúndámíjù. Ó ní Chatham House is the house created for African leaders to get validation to slave their people more, which is true. Ẹ máa ṣe rúkú ni. Brọ́dà mi tó ṣe wọlé bá gbóhùn sókè ká tó continue. Yorùbá greatness.
Yeah, Yoruba greatness. Koiki, you know who this is.
Ẹ gbóhùn sókè mọ́ gbọ́ yín.
Yeah, I just want to send you my condolences.
It's okay. Dúpẹ́ fọlọ́run.
I know I sent you an email. I sent you a WhatsApp.
I replied already.
Yeah, okay. So, my thoughts are with you.
Thank you.
And may your mom's blessed soul rest in peace.
Amen.
She was one of my most favorite persons, so I'll always remember her.
Thank you so much.
So I just
appreciate it. Thank you. May God be with every one of us. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. So, Bishen Solo, as I was saying, thank you so much, Yoruba Greatness, and to every one of you. Money, when it comes to diplomacy, you cannot beat Britain out of it. You cannot beat the UK. 1 month of leave, they wanted to get something from Trump, and they knew that the only thing they can give him again is another state visit. I don't expect everybody to agree with Igbo's direction of whatever he's doing right now. And we're not here to plead on his behalf. But we are talking about how do we resolve the issues on the ground in Nigeria. Even Chatham House, Olele, I am not the one that wrote it. Sorry, those of you on the Instagram and on TikTok cannot see because of my background. That's number 10 Downing Street. Not that I couldn't have gone to see Tinubu there. Or if I can love back, Tinubu ole, will my mother be happy for me because we are fighting for Yoruba people? Then I should go and disgrace Tinubu there? No. Does that mean I agree with Tinubu? No. Will I put on his cap? No. Do I put my chest with what Igbo was doing? Yes. Because in Yami just saw up to the time that she died, and I know what time she died, because I was in the room, and she died with dignity. Many Nigerians will never died in dignity. Tori, the system has failed you, and it's still failing you. And we know the agenda. Igbo agenda. Agenda on real. You think the Igbos are stupid? They don't put on a city boy to endorse Tinubu. They are not stupid. Everybody stupid. No man don't share. Kubana. Chief priest. Ekale Yawa Titilayo Crowder. Eban share program. Motite pada. Asheshe meye bolakboni. Let's continue with what Chatham House, which is the validation for African leaders. We want some to face up, and we will decide who will be the president. You think that your election is the one that brings presidency to Nigeria? Okay, let's just leave it. Kimada brain in you, because Elomi, your brain cannot think beyond. You think it's the same kind of election that we do in UK that you're doing in Nigeria. So, local unity, you think that this election you're doing every 4 years is the one that brings the president. When Britain wanted to get something from Donald Trump, they gave him a second state visit. Do you know the meaning of that? Trump to Yekwe. But they wanted something from him. They wanted to make sure that they still have cordial relationship with America. So the only thing that they can give Trump totally endorse. Trump back Donald Trump is telling Kistama that this is not the time of Winston Churchill. You cannot make a decision on your own. Oh, because you want Igboho to come out and do a video. This is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now. Has he not said more than enough? So let's go further quickly. So, Emma down alone. Ejeka sare kaile dele. Emma down alone, sir. Babangida, like I said, was the last person. How many of you know this? How many platforms have you been in since Tinubu came and they're telling you this? Koikimedia and economy. And time on fin joke bon Timon son here because I'm boy or Timon so conshoro doti. How many platforms have you been? Babangida was the last person before Tinubu was given this opportunity. Why was Tinubu given that opportunity? I will discuss that later. Let's continue. This is the UK highest level of diplomatic visit and uses royal ceremony to signal and strengthen relations with key partners. Who are the partners? Nigeria. So we are partners with the UK. Give and take. You give us this, we give you that. Tinubu wanted this state visit like nothing. I know that. Because it will be remembered for a very long time. After 30-something years, I was given a state visit. MK Abiola would have loved to have something like this if he was alive. If he was given the opportunity in 19... Let's look at it this way. Ejeka quickly. Babangida was the last person in 1989, from what we heard. 1989, right? And the country was going on. 1990, 91, 92, 93. In the next 4 years, by 1993, Abiola would have enjoyed this state visit. I bet my life Queen Elizabeth, late Queen Elizabeth, would have given MK Abiola the state visit. But what happened, I don't know. Kilo Shele. But we know that the hidden agenda between the West and our leaders at home, which was Babangida then, never gave Abiola the opportunity. The agenda is real. The agenda to keep one Nigeria is real by many factors. Let's continue. Strengthening relationship with key partners. Let's look at the English dictionary of partners. Kí ló ń pè ní partners? Some of you are not married. Some of you are married. Some of you have boyfriend and girlfriend. Do you know the meaning of partners? Ẹ máa wọnú ara yín. Like my wives now, they know what I want, what I don't want. I know what they want. I'm sure the same thing goes with you. According to the AI overview, partners, spell P-A-R-T-N-E-R-S. Partners. Ẹ bá mi, kí ni meaning partners ní Yorùbá? Kí ni à ń pè ní partners ní Yorùbá? Mo kẹ́yìn yan wa. Partners are refers to individuals or entities. Àjọṣepọ̀. Àjọṣepọ̀ wo ni ó wà láàrin àwa àti olóyè? Ta fi ń sọ pé olóyè gbọ́dọ̀ kù sórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation nìkan kó fi security sílẹ̀. Kí ni àjọṣepọ̀ tí olóyè fi darapọ̀ mọ́ APC? Ó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú security. Partners. Kò dìgbà pé ọba ní olóyè ó yá àfún ẹ lówó gbà àti rẹ̀. But àjọṣepọ̀ pé wàá dé fìlà APC o, but in tó ń fẹ̀yìn àfún ẹ olóyè dẹ̀ sacrifice rẹ̀. Ìbáṣepọ̀ ẹ ṣe gan ni. Ṣé ìwọ ló máa dé fìlà APC tó máa gbé security fún? Relationship. Gani Adams tó ń pariwo yẹn, ó mọ̀ pé Tinubu ò ní dáhùn lóhùn. He knows that. Because Tinubu and Gani Adams ọ̀tá ayé àtọ̀run ni wọ́n bá ṣe gbọ́. I don't know how true it is, but they don't have cordial relationship. And you must have cordial relationship before something can be given to you. You want to get Yoruba nation. Who is going to give it to you? How do you want to get it? By crisis? By diplomacy? Ṣòwòrẹ́ gan tó náà fẹ́ revolution. Ó ti rí revolution. Tó ń ṣẹnu chapachapa sórí ọ̀rọ̀ lóyè. Can Ṣòwòrẹ́ call for revolution and people are going to answer him? Ṣòwòrẹ́ will never be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Kò ṣe pé nobody's going to vote for him. Even if you go and join APC, Ambosi kò ní want to join APC. But Ṣòwòrẹ́ also was happy. The video is in the public domain when Buhari came to power. Àbúrò pati gbàgbé. Ṣòwòrẹ́ was excited. The video is in the public domain. Nigeria is at the end of breakup, but Britain is now hosted because what he hosted. So Britain have hosted President Tinubu on partnership with Nigeria. after 30-something years. You think they are stupid. Ẹ rò pé wọ́n mọ tán ṣe. Ẹ rò pé wọ́n gbọ́ gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí Koikimedia ń sọ àti gbogbo àwọn media. Ẹ rò pé wọ́n mọ lẹ́tà tí bàbá Akíntóyè gbé fún Ìgbòho kó gbé lọ sí Downing Street. You think that letter, Prince, as at that time, ṣe king tètè ó ti di king ìgbà yẹn? I think so, yeah. So, lójú ẹ̀yin, you think that letter we gave to the Prime Minister, you think the palace would not ask, what is in that letter? Can we have a copy? Do you think that they never got a copy? So ẹ̀yin àti Ìgbòho àti bàbá Akíntóyè àti gbogbo àwọn atajọ́ ń ṣe la fi pín Nàìjíríà. How? How do you want to do that when the stakeholders have not yet approved it? So when we talk about partners, it's referred to individuals or entity associated in a common endeavor, sharing risk and reward. Do you hear that? Sharing risk and reward. So according to this state visit, let me rephrase it. King Charles hosted President Bola Tinubu on the UK highest level of diplomatic visit, using all the royal ceremony. Look at the, every motto they don't bring it out all the time. It's only for state visit. Those carriage with the horse, where everybody was seated with Tinubu, Remi Tinubu, Akpabio, NSA, and every one of them. Every motto no, these are for state visit. Idiot all over the place that doesn't know between left and right. But what was the purpose of the ceremony? Is to signal. Can you signal now? What is the signal? To signal the strength relationship with Nigeria using the current administration of President Bola Tinubu to get what they want. You think that whatever they're showing us in the public domain on the TV, or they are signing this, what about the one that they've signed that we don't know behind the curtain? You think they will tell you everything? You think it works like that? So let's move forward. The purpose of this Chatham House is that even with all these things, Tinubu's UK visit, diplomacy alone cannot solve. So if diplomacy alone cannot solve the problem of Nigeria, what do we do then? When diplomacy is not going to solve the problem of Nigeria, what should we do? You understand? No problem. Let me ask you all. When diplomacy, according to Chatham House, will not solve the problem, any partner, any KG, Eshegonisa. Please do not pick my video and drop it on your channel as if and then retitle it. Oh, Koikimedia. No, please. Leave my video in my page. If you use my video, we're going to flag it down. So if Chatham House that controls African leaders is telling you that Nigerian problem cannot be solved with diplomacy alone, then how do we solve the problem? Báwo la ṣe fẹ́ solve problem here? How do we solve it is what we have been deliberating. Split this country, let everybody go their separate ways, and then we can then regroup as people. But ẹ̀yin kan sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ olóyè lẹ wá mú. Ṣé olóyè ló dá problem Nigeria sílẹ̀? Ṣé olóyè ló dá problem Nigeria sílẹ̀? Let's go further quickly because we have done a lot. And I think we just do maybe our standard 3 hours and then we end it in a minute. So let's go further. So I'm just giving you the understanding, an explanation so that you can understand that no matter what you want to do in life, you will go into some kind of diplomacy. You think that America will conclude that war with Iran? They will pull out some diplomacy at some point, both sides, because it is now affecting you and it's affecting me. because my gas price is going up. Most of you in Africa will suffer because fertilizer comes from that end. I don't think some of you know what is happening in my social media. You think that this is Pella or Kata Efe Lonsoro. I want you content in it. We're talking about the future of we, the Yoruba people. It has been framed in Abuja. The presidency knew that this is a landmark moment showcasing the unique bond. What is the bond? Between the two countries, inaugurating a new era of cooperation. Let me phrase that part. A new era. Let's quickly look at a new era. A new era. When we talk about something that is called new era, not a brand, Mumbo.
You can say new, maybe you can say new thing.
Something new. Igba, toba bimo koko nisin. Igba tutun. Nkan tuntun. Everybody likes brand new stuff, not like second hand that most of you are buying in Nigeria. You buy second hand car that has been damaged, that has been fixed. You buy second hand pants. When you put on something new. So Britain wants something new after 30-something years. Buhari called funny state visit. Why Tinubu? Why did they give Tinubu the state visit? Could it be because we have been asking for our right to self-determination because of the fraudulent 1914 amalgamation that was put together by the same country called Great Britain? Because before we were merged into what we call Nigeria today. And you think that pulling out of that country like that will be as easy as sitting on social media like this? So the way we have been asking for Yoruba nation, no going back, no retreat, no surrender. Britain needs to secure their future, and they need that partnership, that bond, that new era between the old wine and the new wine. Do you think that Tinubu will give you Yoruba nation? Maybe not. But if we can get security from him, why not? Do I believe, me personally, that Tinubu will give you Yoruba nation? I don't think so. I don't believe so. But but Lori security, yes. Because we have already seen the signal. If we don't see the signal, Igboho will not have returned back to Nigeria. It's as simple as that. Whether that will now be completed, because you can't give somebody security, there must be a budget for it. You must have a budget. If you pay a command Igboho loma defend ile Yoruba, show owo na lo tun ma loma fi defend Yoruba. It doesn't work like that. You must have serious budget, just like the Nigerian government budget to protect the pipeline. Billions of naira. Yes. It's going to involve a lot of money. You know, when you're lot of my employee, some of you, then women learning this. Elomi nisin bo se nbu Igboho nisin tó ń pariwo. Tó bẹ́ẹ̀ bá délé tán nisin ló máa pe Koikimedia. Báwo lèmi náà ṣe máa even if it's just whatever tó bá ń fún yín every month kẹ́ fi protect àdúgbò yín kó kọ̀ máa ṣàìsùn. Àìsùn kankan lèmi náà ṣe nísìn. Àìsùn ni mo ti sùn tẹ́lẹ̀. Àìsùn ni mo ń ṣe nísìn. Látàárọ̀ ní sẹ́lò lẹ ti san fún mi. Àtẹ̀dúpẹ́ pé àtẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn tó ń bá wa wò. Torí àwọn èèyàn tí ń pòǹgbẹ Koikimedia mo mọ̀ yẹn. But in tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi ni. Ikú yẹn ń ṣe kú kékeré. Kò ń ṣe kú kékeré. Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè ọba o. Ikú tí mo fojú mi witness. La ilaha illallah Muhammadu Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Kábíyèsí, àṣẹ mi máa ń bọ́ lára èèyàn. Ọmọ àlè, ó wá ń pè mí lólè. Ṣé màmá àti bàbá ẹ̀ ló gbé mi kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ní 1998 tó fi ń pè mí lólè?
àwọn mi ò lọ́pọlọ.
Èèyàn ọmọ àlè. Sórí omi tí mò ń mu, sórí omi tí mò ń mu nínú ilé mi lélẹ̀, sórí mo ṣẹ̀ máa ṣe ni. Volvic ni mò ń mu, mo ò mú omi táàpù rí lájọ́ tí mo ti dé ìlú yìí. Èèyàn ọmọ àlè. À ń sọ fún yín pé Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́, kò mí pé a ní wá defend ilẹ̀ wa tàbá ní láti gba security lọ́wọ́ Tinubu. Sòkè mi jáde nísìn, èmi Ọláyọmí Kóìkì kí n jáde.
Now pẹ̀lú tension tó wà nílẹ̀ sí ẹ̀rù ń bá everybody pé 28 wọ́n lè wá before the time wọ́n dẹ̀ lè sún síwájú àwọn ẹni káwà ní àwọn èèyàn wa ní kó hàn stand by tọ́lẹ̀ ìtàn lè wọ̀.
Ṣé tọ́ bá tẹ̀ lọ gbàjọba lọ́wọ́ Tinubu nísìn, ṣé ẹ̀rí pa ti wà ní more problem? Ṣáwọn tó ń invade military barracks, àwọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ ní nǹkan tó yẹ pé a fẹ́ fi protect ara wa. Ẹ jẹ́ n sáré kàtán délẹ̀. So when this visitation was thrown to Tinubu, ó jágbà lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ pé ẹni tí mo ti ń retí kí lẹ fẹ́ Britain, ẹ fẹ́ port security, ká deport àwọn ọmọ wa padà láti bíbá óyá kí lẹ tún fẹ́, ó sign gbogbo ẹ̀. Èyí tá gbọ́ nìyẹn, èyí tá rí nìyẹn. Èyí tí wọ́n ṣe nínú kọ̀rọ̀ láàrin àwọn àti ọba ìlú yìí, mo ò lè sọ pé mo ní intelligent kankan tí bá ní mo sọ irọ́ gbá ló wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀. But èyí tí mo mọ̀ ni pé wọ́n ti fáwa ní hint pé Nàìjíríà gbọ́dọ̀ continue up to 2075. Mo ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Bọ̀ pé mo gbọ́ pé yẹn King Charles ó ta sí mi létí, irọ́ ni. Ibo ló ti fẹ́ gbọ́? Òfin pé gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ níbẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ síta ni. Tó ti sáìnì pé tó bá gbọ́ kódà kó dúró síbẹ̀ kí Tinubu àti King Charles máa sọ̀rọ̀ bí bàbá ẹ̀ dá kó sọ síta o. So ìtẹ̀fẹ́ mọ̀ náà nìyẹn. Koiki ń bọ́ lábọ́rọ̀ Yorùbá Nation dé, ó yá sọ sí wa létí. Ó mọ̀ pé wọ́n ló súnmọ́ Ìgbòho, ó yá gbé àṣírí yẹn ti báyé wa jẹ́, aláìka àṣírí. Kọ́dẹ̀ gbé picture Ìgbòho kò àti dárúkọ Ìgbòho nínú program nísìnyí kò á ti fẹ́ lé almost 200. Because àpọ̀ndẹ́ Elédùmarè ni. Tó bá jẹ́ pé Ìbà Gani Adams fira wọn sílẹ̀ fún wa nígbà yẹn ni bá ṣe máa dárúkọ ẹ̀ náà nìyẹn. Kò fi rẹ̀ sílẹ̀ fún wa ni. Ó ní ìjà ọmọ Yorùbá ò ṣe jà. Ṣé ká blame ẹ ni? Kò fi rẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ni because Gani Adams la kọ́kọ́ pè nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá Nation pẹ̀lú àwọn ìyá wa Erelu àti Heritage. Now let's move swiftly to Rasiko. Káwọn èèyàn lè lọ sùn. Tinubu visit will provide an opportunity to further operationalize Nigeria-UK strategic partnership. Àwọn òyìnbó yẹn mo gbọ́dọ̀ break it down. Torí ṣe rí òyìnbó ó lè ní ìtàn pè ní English. We amalgamate Nigeria. What is the meaning of that amalgamation? Ó lè ló wà níbẹ̀. We did a Berlin conference in 18 something. Ó lè ló wà níbẹ̀. Tó bá ti ń rí àwọn English gẹ̀mùgẹ̀mù táwọn bàbá Wọlé Ṣóyínká máa ń sọ, kò sí kankan tó wà. Kí ló dé tó ṣe jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ní Yorùbá láti ṣe ẹ̀? Torí pé wọ́n ti amalgamate wa. Jábẹ̀ wọn kọ́ amalgamate wa. Tinubu visit will provide an opportunity to further operationalize Nigeria-UK strategic partnership that was signed in November 2024 during the Foreign Secretary David Lammy. You see now? Did you remember that? That David Lammy, took some information to Nigerian visit in February 2024 to enhance the trade and investment partnership. Trade is good, don't get me wrong. Mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo wa jọ ṣoríire. Kébí lè máa import gbogbo finished good láti UK sẹ́yìn, kẹ́yìn máa tà, kẹ́yìn máa lè produce. Ta ló ń ṣe ra wọn? Ẹ̀yin ṣáà máa fáwa ní raw material. Káwa máa fún yín ní finished product. Ó dàbí àbí? Whatever you need, let me send it back to you as a finished product. Used car from America, send it to you. Even as Iran was isolated for many decades, or let me say many years, they can still push with America after 3 weeks. It is now 22 days. Lọ́tí jagun yẹn, Iran is sọ pé sẹ́, ẹni máa kú, ẹni máa yé ni. Do you know that they were isolated but they have what it takes in terms of they have crude oil and they have a lot of gas. Let me tell you some of things that you don't know. In that region alone, níbi tí gas kini wọ́n wà, according to the information and statistics and everything, the gas that is in that region can last the whole 195 countries around the world for 31 years. Do you know what that means? That Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, the Yoruba land that is as beautiful, as sweet, some people wants to take it from you so that you will never enjoy it till you die. And that is what we are fighting for. It's not for today. It's for the future. And they know. Let me take that back again. Tinubu visit will provide an opportunity to further operationalize the Nigerian-UK strategic partnership that was signed in November 2024 during the Foreign Secretary David Lammy visit to Nigeria that stated that by 2075, you, a Yoruba man, Omo Yoruba, ile aye ma better, you'll be living better, you have security. So you expect Igboho to wait till 2075 for us to have good security. Sherikpe, there's a problem. They know that Yoruba nation is a must that must happen. But they are pushing everything to give Tinubu a state visit and say, look, Tinubu, wagba state visit, kade won tabale she, kafi keep Nigeria, and we will protect your interest. You can give security to Igboho, we don't care. But àwọn bàbá kí tó ètò ń bèrè Yorùbá nation, àmọ́ tá máa ṣe pẹ̀lú bàbá yẹn. And Igboho is not as dumb, as stupid as many of you think. I love it, I laugh when some people talk like that. Igboho tájọ wà nù pálọ̀ mi. Igboho tájọ jókòó sínú pálọ̀. Tí mo mọ̀ pé òòṣà ìwọ ṣá máa wòran tiẹ̀. O mọ̀ pé wọ́n ló ń bá travel tó bá lọ káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Do you know that when I was returning back to UK, even if you have a British passport, to bá tẹ̀ ṣe fi gba gate gan, computer ṣe máa ní kó gbójú ẹ̀ síbẹ̀, ambossy ẹ̀ tó bá ní British passport, you have to speak to immigration. They will ask you, where are you coming back from? So, Igboho ni wá mọ̀ tó máa sọ lẹ́nu ọ̀nà, ìwọ ló ń bá sọ̀rọ̀, ìwọ ló ń bá sọ òyìnbó. We think that we are more intelligent than him. If you are more intelligent than him, push your own narrative to your own country where you are, to dissolve Nigeria and leave Igboho alone. Let him continue on the insecurity that is paramount for the Yoruba people. Just to complete this write-up about Mutsa, the visit is also in line with Tinubu's embrace of foreign policy approach. Sorry, I'll take that again. The visit is also in line with President Bola Tinubu Mokonfi President and Senior, or if the President is here, we can order with Tinubu's embrace of a foreign policy approach that centers high-profile meetings and visible diplomacy. In everything in life, diplomacy must come along with it. Maybe some of you don't know that there's a lot of diplomacy going on. I don't know as much, but there's a lot of diplomacy to get him out. Agboti ọba wọn kan lọ sọ fún Tinubu ní Abuja, I think about 2 weeks ago, if not last month, that if you don't like Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria, returning back to Kenya or London, is Nnamdi Kanu will be brought back to London with the new immigration or migration that has been signed by Britain. Let me quickly read that to you and give you an update. According to the information that was published on the UK www.gov.uk, and you can just type this headline on Google. New UK-Nigeria partnership to speed up removals. So as they are going to remove you for not having this legal status to be in the UK, they might also bring back Nnamdi Kanu or some British citizens that are in Nigerian prison, because I don't expect Nnamdi Kanu, a British citizen, to be in Sokoto prison. He can come and be in the UK prison If that arrangement is done with proper dignity and human right, do I agree with Nnamdi Kanu kidnap rendition? No. Do I care what the Igbo people or the Biafra say about Igbo? What the hell are there for me to come and be? Well, are we one? Modeti down alone in one of my videos. You can go and watch that on my YouTube channel. The UK makes it quicker to return Nigerians with no legal right to remain here. Yes, you will be returned back because Tinubu have just signed a new agreement. Let me explain that because I want to end this broadcast very soon. I've taken a bit of your time. I know you're enjoying it, but I have to go back to bed. I'll do what I have to do. James, if you can make your way to UK, Omo Wale, don't ever let anybody tell you you cannot come to the UK. Oh, I'm not talking about any other country. If you can get to the UK, come to the UK. But make sure you sort out your legal status. 15 years, Niyami, Lofi make sure we I'm bound office. 15 good years, I could not return back to Nigeria. Maybe I would have been deported at some point. But because I make sure that I was still on the legal track. So even as Tinubu have signed this, I will do another video. Fight for way. Don't be discouraged. But make sure you don't do anything illegal while you are fighting for your paper. Share in the man drive. Some of you that just arrived, or some of you that have been here, let me quickly take a car and drive, and you don't have papers. Maybe this is the time you start buying your bus pass. It's £24.70, okay? I've lived there. I can talk about immigration. I can talk about housing. I have all the experience and even up to medical healthcare in this country. So if I tell anyway, APC have their people that talks on their behalf. Igbowo is doing his own bit. If you are not pleased with that, we cannot help you. I will do another video. But whoever to bank in the UK, don't let this new Tinubu agreement with British to deport. You know what they're going to do now? If they're going to deport you, they will not need any traveling emergency certificate anymore. That was one of the big problems they were having. They will not be able to issue one before, but now you will be deported back to Nigeria without one. But I pray it will not be so for those of you that have your loved ones here. Thought anyway. Do I agree with that? No. But that is what they call give and take in immigration rules. But don't live in a country, in the UK or any country, to anyway. You won't know what don't share. Let me say something. Avoid anything that can take you to the prison. The moment you go to the prison, you are likely to be deported. The moment you go to the prison, you are likely to be deported under this new arrangement. I pray so not. Let's go further. According to the UK government, the latest development between Nigeria and UK partnership, I've explained Ibashepo, Ajoshepo, relationship. I've explained all that to us, what it means. The UK makes it quicker to return Nigerians with no legal right to remain. They have now made it quicker. That means if you are picked up, I have been detained before during when I was, fighting for my right to remain in this country. I was taken to an immigration removal center. I spent a couple of weeks there. But when all the verification was done, they realized that there was a mix-up somewhere and I was released, but not until after some weeks. Because Senator saw immigration from in the UK because it is something I personally have passed through. God bless my mother memory.
It's not something that is very easy.
Immigration.
Not something that is very easy.
Immigration.
It's not easy.
I was picked up just because I was going to help somebody that doesn't have a full driver license. Not because I don't have a license, but because I have immigration status and have some issues that has already interfered with it. I'm not going to go into all the details. And for that reason, I was picked up. Alaye ìwọ lélẹ́yìí. Oyamabo. And that was how. But the good thing is, as long as you have a clean record, that is why many people in this country, they cannot come out and say, OLAYOMI KOIKI. Because I've never spent one day in the prison in 29 years I've lived in this country. Eba mute, sir. In 29 years I've lived in the UK, I'm proud to say it anywhere. I've never spent one day in the prison. You think it easy? But if you are one of those that doesn't have papers in the UK today, take good care of yourself to avoid anything, any slightest things that you and immigration go face each other. You might end up in Nigeria that is not working. You think because Igboho is wearing APC hat, I'll come and tell you Nigeria is working. Nigeria is working for where? It's the security aspect that we need to secure our people. And I'm happy with that. Is Nigeria working? No. Will it ever work? Never. It will never work. It is not meant to work. The amalgamation was a fraud that was never meant to be. You expect Nigeria to work. They joke. Let me read quickly. This was published on the 19th of March 2026. Ashimashe more videos on this. Before we go, the last half an hour, we will ask for support as usual. It's normal. I'm not the only one on social media that, even those that are doing content, Pella. We saw Pella and Kata Efe was given car by e-money, Abibeko, making people laugh and all that. So, it's just the normal thing to do. It's ethical, but it's not a right for you to give. Fainted and give. The givers, thank you so much. Visa overstayer. I came with the visa, but I did apply before it ran out. Don't apply after it has run out. Apply if you know you want to stay in the UK before Kototon, Kotigben Kokonwole. I could be an immigration consultant. Abikile ni mo we egbon mi. You think say na joke? 15 years. I entered this country in 19. About pin our accounting, I'm a pesita later. I get here in 1998, September precisely, Gatwick Airport, and in 15 years, I know if you travel. You think say na joke?
Only 20 years you want to travel.
15 years, I no go back to Nigeria. After 15 years, I go back to Nigeria. When I Nigeria, I go down mo dey sí. Mo kọ́kọ́ wò pé báwo ni gbogbo ibà ṣe rí báyìí tó ń rùn báyìí. Nígbà tó tọ̀ sí nìkan. After 15 years, I returned back to Nigeria in 2015, if I remember, or 2016 or 15. I was shocked. So why do I now to come out and say, because Igboho is putting on APC hat, I will now come and tell you Nigeria is working. No. I'll be deceiving myself. It's a failed state. So just to wrap it up, because Mufeki will go a soon, and then maybe take one or more people to talk to us. I will come back and discuss about what Tinubu signed with Britain. But I beg you, ṣẹ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ máa ń lọ sí club, tẹ máa ń mọtí yó, tẹ máa ń wà pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ní British passport. This is the time to pull back a little bit. I'm not saying you shouldn't enjoy yourself. I went to club when I didn't have my papers, but I don't drink anyway. But not because I was a Muslim. But you have to live now in the UK because there's a lot of pressure. I want you to live here, raise your children here if possible, bring your family here. I went back to Nigeria in 2015 after 15 years. Do you know what 15 years is? 365 days in a year. And for 15 years, I not enter Nigeria. You can't tell me now say Nigeria good. You crazy. You think it's easy? Thank you to my blessed memory mother. May I so continue to rest in peace. So before we wind down, we'll still come back and do more program on this. But just to let you know, the high-profile diplomacy on even domestic dividends, Tinubu has engaged in a frequent presidential travel, maintaining a visible presence at the summit across Europe, the Middle East, Asia, and Africa. His trips and those of the senior officials have drawn criticism for their cost amid rising poverty, hunger, failing purchasing power back home. This is what Chatham House is saying. So if Chatham House can say this, who am I? Because Igboho has put on APCR to come and now say, Tinubu Baba, no, that one not concern me. The one way concern me is give us security to protect and defend the land against the invaders. The foreign minister, Yusuf Tuga, has articulated a foreign policy. Buhari did the same thing, foreign policy. Now lie, Buhari traveled all over the world. He even went as far. When people to see Brazil, they are a corner of country. Remember when they say when the Igbo people in Americano say Buhari was dead, he said, "No, I'm not dead. This is me." Eventually, he died in London in April last year or whatever. Nigerian diplomatic capacity has lagged behind his rhetoric. Ambassador, I mean, how did Tinubu even end up not having ambassador for a whole 4 years? Do you know what that means? A whole giant of Africa did not have ambassador representing Nigeria for the 4 years of Tinubu.
It's no longer giant, it's ant of Africa.
I don't think some of you understand, how we feel. You think it's because we're talking no, even if we're talking about Nigeria. Very Dark Man is in Nigeria. He criticized Tinubu every day. He's not been picked up. Maybe I should, maybe I can't school that my building abroad, donation, I think that is where the money is now. But mine will be in London. I need schools that I can get donation and go and repair the school.
Then you can do it together.
That is what Nigeria is. It's a Very Dark Man is coming out. He's dancing. Hey, Kimichi, see what I am doing. Is that a job of Very Dark Man? If it's not that a country is failed. Very Dark Man, local school. Do you understand that nonsense? Is that the way? I saw DJ Copy during this visit as well. I saw one of the pictures that had DJ Copy. Has DJ Copy ever give money to any schools in London where she lives? With coffee renew school. Maybe I should tell DJ Copy to give me money so that I want to renew one school around Southeast where there are many Nigerians. Is that possible? Failed country. Madness.
Mad people everywhere.
Mad people all over the place. And you come here and talk about Igbo children that are in Germany, they're in Canada. One of them has just finished his law school. We saw her graduated in Canada, doing very well. You want to compare that with all the private schools that are rubbish even in Nigeria? That everybody is crying, no toilet, no basic amenities. So you think that we will come and defend Tinubu? No, we're not defending Tinubu. We have the right. If there's a security problem in Nigeria, we have the right to ask for security. Is that not the right of Nigerians to ask for security? So, just to wrap it up quickly, according to what we have, investment welcome, but deeper trade issues remain. Did you hear this? Investment are welcome, but deeper trade issues remain. Tinubu's London visit will likely focus on leveraging the UK-Nigerian ETIP to attract investment in energy, infrastructure, technology, services sectors where UK firms are competitive. However, any potential investment are unlikely to fix Nigeria's struggling economy. Did you hear that? Any potential investment are unlikely to fix Nigeria's struggling economy or reverse the structural drivers of migration, such as the rampant insecurity and weak public service. This is where Igboho comes in. Fẹ̀yìntì mo níbí báyìí nìkan lẹ́tí lè gbọ́ gbogbo eléyìí kò ń ṣe pé àwọn platform tó kù ń tán sọ ọ̀dà o. I'm not criticizing them, but lórí Koikimedia, you will get the exactly as it's meant to look like. Let me read that again. We want investment because when there's investment, you know, if you send 10 pounds, I would rather want you to work. And many Nigerians don't have work ethics. Everybody just want to live large. You don't have work ethics. Many of you are employed. You are criminals in that employment because you want to steal from that employer. You want to overrun the employer within 1 week. Why do you think many Nigerians in the UK are working 10 years, 15 years in one sector? And they're graduating, they're growing up, they're progressing, and they are being paid. And by the time my mother got a pension up to a death, bomb bastard, and your Mali. Your parents work for Nigeria for many years. They can't even pay their pension. They are dying in their old age in their houses. And some of you are coming out now watching Dawosi Yainlowo, Dawosi Baba Yainlowo. When the government is meant to be taking, you know, when that crazy one, ito jiwo ni jose owo pension. Again, what is that name? And please subscribe to our channel and become a member as well. So we want to go off quickly. So let me read that again. However, with all these investment that Tinubu wants to bring to Nigeria, there are still potential investment are unlikely to fix Nigeria's struggling economy. Sheshel Lomawa fix the Nigerian economy. Who wants to come and fix the Nigerian economy when you have insecurity? Yes, Minor, comment here. Rashid Minor stole the whole pension fund and took it to Niger, just like Dukbo Nitiri and Black Lion. Do you know that they took Yoruba Nation or Ominira 2022? Their money, all our investors say, Niger. Only Dafun Dukbo Nitiri àti Black Lion. Wọ́n gba owó lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá. Wọ́n lọ dá oko sí Niger. Can you imagine? Bomb bastard all over the place. Ọ̀rọ̀ kún nínú mi tí mo fẹ́ sọ, mo fẹ́ máa yọ díẹ̀ ni. Let's quickly finish this up. Mo ṣì máa wá ṣe analysis ilé dáadáa. Mo ti ṣe dáadáa fún yín tó. Because number one is late and I'm also almost getting tired. Ẹ ṣé gan ni fún, you know, Rashid Minor that stole pension fund. Just before we go, the UK-Nigerian trade is significant, but not a top tie. It's significant, but let's look at it. It reached about 8.1 billion pounds in the figure of 2025. That is probably from Yorùbáland, a few from Port Harcourt and River, due to the crude oil. That is about 11.4% on the preceding year. Nigeria is UK 36th largest trading partner. Why should we be number 36 if there's not insecurity in the land? If there was no problem of security, a lot of us will go into cocoa farming and we can export it to UK and we'll make more money. Do you agree? But because there is not option of that anymore, everybody has now become Okada riders. I was in Nigeria recently. So I did offline interview with not thousands of people, but the few I did with Mori Baba Konto Otigilese, and he's still doing, you know, àwọn tó ń wa cab láti fi gbé àwọn materials, àwọn irin tó lọ rà lọ́nà Dọ̀pẹ̀mú. You can go there and ask them. I was there with them. I sat down with them. I was in Lagos. I did offline. Bọ̀bọ̀ kan bí tí mo ti ń ṣe mọ́ fídíò tí mo ṣe lórí pedestrian bridge yẹn. Ẹ ṣáà ti wo fídíò yẹn lára àwọn fídíò tí mo kọ́ release about 2 weeks ago. where I was on the pedestrian bridge. As I was doing that video, a young man, Yoruba man, came up to me. Came for ní kankan. Mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ sọ pé no. Mo ní kí ló dé tí kò níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́. Thank you so much, Ìyá wa Christina. Ní òun kàn máa ń jama, òun máa ń bá wọn gbẹ́rù. I wanted to do a short interview with him. Mo kàn wò pé no, kò necessary. Ọmọ Yorùbá wọ́n ti di alágbe lórí ilẹ̀ wọn. Alágbe. But àwọn kan gbádùn wọn because mo débi tí mo ti lọ jamala. Mo rí àwọn èèyàn tó ń jamala. Àwọn èèyàn gbádùn. Ẹ má sọ fún àwọn pé àwọn èèyàn gbádùn. But the majority are probably still in poverty. Tó ń jamala tó ibi tí wọ́n ti ń pè wọ́n pé níbo ló wà nísìn ó ń jamala ti yan lọ́wọ́ ní búkà. Èmi náà lọ jẹun ní búkà. Somebody is asking that, is this the best time to launch a business in Nigeria if you're ready to go into the risk of it? It's not for me to answer. So, if you want to invest in Nigeria, I'm not going to advise you not to invest in Nigeria because you're going to help somebody at least out of the poverty, but you have to prepare for the risk. So, just to conclude it, because it's almost 5 minutes past 4 in the morning, the UK, from what we heard, Nigeria is number 36 in the largest trading partner with the balance of trade in the UK favor. In comparison, Nigerian trade with China is about $22 billion. That's about 16.5 billion. So that means we're doing more with China instead of the UK. So UK is already worried. But China, but they don't have any manufacturing here in the country anymore, but they have what they call services. And they can build infrastructure. A lot of people are complaining that Tinubu sign Ajakuta so that we can get that fixed up. I don't think it's going to be able to do it even in another 10 years. That place is completely rotten, damaged. And that's why UK will import all the steel, by the Indian here. They will import the steel to the UK. Comment like on your corner, Dangote will be able to resolve the fertilizer. Fertilizer, OT fix it, local government. How many fertilizer can Dangote produce for Nigeria? Come on, so So just to conclude it, security cooperation. Security should also security should also be a key focus of the visit, which is what Igboho is asking for now. Nigeria remains locked in conflict across multiple fronts. Do you hear that? Conflict across multiple fronts. As you are fighting Lakurawa, you are fighting ISWAP, you are fighting ISIS, you are fighting this, and you are also fighting fake drugs, fake products. It's part of insecurity because paracetamol to fake, you are already security trouble. Maybe you don't know that. I can give my family proper paracetamol. I took a lot back home. I gave it to them. Mora big pack. But mélòó ló lè gbádùn bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣé gbogbo yín ni máa ra paracetamol fún? Mélòó ni èmi ti máa ra paracetamol fún yín? It's just part of the problem that we're talking about. So, the jihadists, insurgency in the northeast continue, while organized criminality and kidnap plague the northwest and central Nigeria. Nigeria still ranked number 6 according to the Global Terrorism Index. We'll go into the details. So that came in the last few minutes be the phone support
everybody Sunday Igboho sílẹ̀ o ní láti máa gbó o tí àbá wà secure kò sí nǹkan tá a lè gbà sórí ilẹ̀ yẹn tá a lè gbádùn o àbádọ̀ kọ́ secure security is priority tàbí ní dc these people keep on threatening us every day and something must be done and we can't continue like this. We can't continue like this. They keep on threatening us on daily basis. They are coming to attacking us. They are coming to do this. They are coming to do this. And we can't continue like this. See, we need to support Chief Sunday Igboho. What is all the security? I need that support Chief. What is all the security? Then we can talk about other things. Anytime you say Chief, ẹni gbogbo nǹkan ló ti bàjẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan tó ní sílẹ̀ ló ti bàjẹ́ nígbà tí òfin sílé
ẹ ṣé gan ni.
for 5 years.
Thank you so much.
ẹ tí wàá ń sẹnu ṣàkàṣàkà sọ̀rọ̀ sínú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ èèyàn kú orí ẹ̀ ní mọ̀mọ́ ẹ̀ kúlé lórí orí ẹ̀ làwọn ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ kúlé lórí orí ẹ̀ làbúrò ẹ̀ kúlé lórí ẹ jẹ́ kó rí yín pé ọ̀rọ̀ mo nígbà yín jù yẹn o.
Thank you so much. ẹ ṣé gan ni. mo kí bàbá wa tí wọ́n bá wa dá sí ní alẹ́ yìí. ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much. I will not be able to bring anybody more into the broadcast this morning. mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí Instagram. mo kí ẹ̀yin brother mi àtẹ̀yin sisters mi. Ẹlòmíì ìyá àti bàbá ẹ̀ wọ́n tọ́jú ẹ̀ dáadáa kó tó máa comment. End Nigeria bá gbóhùn sókè ká tó máa come to an end of the broadcast. màá wá kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tájọ wà lórí ètò before we go further. ẹ gbóhùn sókè.
Yeah, so Koiki, I've been watching your channel for some time now, a couple of years, and I'll be honest with you, like, I don't know if you want me to speak about it, but
Speak about it.
I'll be honest.
Go ahead.
Yeah, speak. You know, Sunday, bro.
Yeah.
What he did with what he's doing with Tinubu now. I'll be honest with you. We have to tell ourselves the truth, and I have to tell you the truth. I won't lie here. It's not good.
What is not good? No, we talk about what is not good about it. Explain.
Right. A lot of us people that were following Yoruba Nation for a long time, like we feel disappointed in him, right? And the reason why we feel disappointed in him is not because it's not really just because of how we support him. It's also because we feel that like he has he's dropped Yoruba Nation. Because when is the last time even you, but I've not seen Sonny Boy mention Yoruba Nation in public in a long time. Last time I seen him in public, he was saying anyone in Yorùbáland that doesn't vote for Tinubu, people will die, people will come to harm's way, and all these things, right? And you know, for a long time, he was the face of the Yoruba Nation movement, and he's put a lot of shame, right, on the movement. Right?
What part of Nigeria are you from?
Lagos.
No, you're Yoruba?
Yeah. My father's from Kogi State. My mom's from Lagos.
Okay,
I moved to UK when I was 12 years old. That's how.
So you're currently in UK.
Yeah.
So when was the last time you visited Kogi State?
2014.
2014. You probably don't even know what it looks like anymore.
I'll be honest with you, it's gotten much worse.
So should we? When do you think that? Okay, let's put it this way: in the context of when actually do you think that the Yoruba Nation would come true with the way we were doing it? At what point do you think we'll come true? In the next 2 years or before that? What time frame were you looking at?
I'll be honest. When it first started, around that when and the end of Barry's term,
yeah.
It was going very well. Like there was a lot of
I just wanted to know from that time, what was your expectation? How soon do you think we were going to achieve it? That's just I wanted to know.
Within 5 to 10 years, maybe.
So that means we've already done 5 years. So we got 5 more years, right? So that means you're looking at by 2032. Right? So that means by 2032, adding that to the 14 years that you've been to Kogi State, do you know that Kogi will no longer be a land for you?
I know.
So what should we? Okay, all right. So what should we do to resolve the insecurity while we were still asking for the Yoruba Nation in Nigeria? What should we have done?
Okay.
How do we secure Kogi State that you are from? How do you expect us to secure it?
Koiki, the idea of asking for Yorùbáland, right, like, do you know the people that don't want Nigerians to divide?
No, don't let us debate. Let's go straight to the question and answer. How do you want us to protect your land, Kogi State, that you have not been in the last 14 years?
Right. I'll be honest with you. I think we need to militarize. I For me,
we need to what? Sorry.
Militarize. We need to militarize. We need armory. We need guns. We need ammunition.
To be able to do that. Abi?
All of this.
Okay,
We
so
have
how?
we have Amotekun. We don't take it seriously.
But the Amotekun that you're talking about is still under the government, either the state level as it is right now, right? So why do we have to use Amotekun? Because if we don't believe in one Nigeria, we should have just left it without asking for Amotekun to do it.
Right, but the issue is, Koiki, what is the current momentum? What is Yorùbá?
Let's leave Yoruba Nation for now. I want us to clear out the insecurity, because
Tinubu is not doing it.
So,
can't do it.
So if Tinubu is not doing it, and we now have somebody that wants to do it, should we allow him to do it and then get him, abused because he's campaigning for one thing, but now that he wants to secure Kogi State that you have not been in 14 years, you don't even know what it looks like anymore, because I can tell you that Kogi State is gone right now. I can tell you that. So should we let Tinubu, that is not going to do it, continue until 2031? Because Tinubu will win election whether Igboho is there or not. We know that. He will rig himself in whatever way. We all know the way politics works in Nigeria. But should we allow our people, your people, my people, because I'm from Ogun State, Kogi is still Yorùbáland, should we let that place to be taken away by the Fulani?
Well, Koiki, it looks like that's the case now.
Yeah, but that is the case now. But that is the case that we want to stop now. If Tinubu finally approve and give Igboho what it needs with the Amotekun that is still part of the state government, they will still need the state police and the military because they're still part of the system. So it's not like Igboho will be the only one going after these criminals. That means we can take Kogi back, and maybe by the next 2 years you can return to Kogi. Don't you think that is good? And that means we will still have Yoruba Nation by 2031, because you also said it will take 10 years, and we've already done 5 years.
But Koiki, like, I'll be honest with you, Sunday Igboho has not come out publicly and said that Tinubu has promised him a private militia to take. Like, this is just what you're telling me now. This is the first time I've heard that Sunday Igboho even cares about Yoruba Nation. So
you have not, hold on. So you have not heard Sunday Igboho himself. So definitely you've been watching different videos posted by, the enemies and the Biafrans that doesn't like. So you have not, hold on. So you have not heard that Igboho is talking with the government to secure Yorùbáland. You've never heard that before. You are hearing it for the first time.
Koiki, listen to me. I've watched your channel. Even when he came back to Nigeria, I watched him at Kohol. I watched him when he was visiting all the monarchs. When I was asking the monarchs to help.
Yeah, but that has changed now from visiting the monarch. That is last year, July. We are now in 2026. Igboho returned back home only in just this year. And from this year, he has spoken clearly about the insecurity that is expecting to get, and then we can start moving in to secure the highways, the bushes, and people can go back. So you've not heard about that at all?
No.
Okay, now I am telling you, hold on, because I am the spokesman. Whatever you are listening to outside might not be in what I'm going to tell you. So it's either you want to listen to me, or we can continue back and forth. Igboho is asking for security from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the reason why he has endorsed Tinubu is so that he can also be given the security to protect your Kogi, Kwara, Ogun. He's not going to be the only one to do it. We're also praying that Iba Gani Adams is given some portion and they can divide it so that you can also do whatever you have to do, even in Lagos or Kogi State. So what has that got to... Hold on. No, you don't have to invest in it, because this is not going to be mere... Hold on. You are not going to... Hold on, because you are going to be defrauded by some people. I'm telling you now, you're not listening. You are not going to invest in anything, because the government would have to budget for the insecurity that they will give to Igboho to take care of. Because if somebody call you now and speak to you behind, you will give them money in Nigeria, they'll tell you they're doing security, and you end up being defrauded. I'm telling you this now.
I understand what you're saying.
So going back to the question, so why should we criticize Igboho? Well, nobody trusts him. Well, we have to wait and see. We don't trust him, but he has given Igboho the opportunity, the privilege to return back home, which Buhari never did. That's the first step, right?
Right.
So we might not agree with Tinubu. I don't know when you joined the podcast. I have just told you that even the Chatham House state, like I read just now, that Tinubu cannot fix Nigeria because Nigeria is not fixable.
It's impossible.
So, but what we have to protect is our land. I'm not telling Igboho to go and protect Biafra land, Hausa land. I am talking about Kogi, Kwara, Ogun, Ondo, Ekiti. So if for that purpose is putting on APC hat, why does that have to be upsetting people? Do we leave security to be where it is right now? You have not been home in 14 years. So you don't even know what the situation is.
I was last home 9 years ago.
So 9 years ago, if I tell you that 9 years ago, I came to UK in 1998 and I traveled through Kogi State to get my visa in Abuja. And as at that time, it is not as bad. I will never try it again to travel by road to Abuja going through Kogi State. So what we are saying is that as much as the way it has been projected, and the way it has been projected is because the enemies know that Igboho is fighting for a cause. And again, it's not just Igboho that is fighting for Yoruba Nation. I'm sure you know that. But Igboho is the face of Yoruba Nation because we have Professor Adebanji Akintoye, we have the Yoruba Self-Determination Movement, we have 64 groups that are still campaigning for the right to self-determination. So, but nobody's talking about that.
But then Koiki, one thing is that, let's say I take in this fact, right? Because even, let's be honest with you, traditionally speaking, the area on account for the Gani Adams, he's really the one who's supposed to be really.
Yeah, but he's not doing it.
But he's lazy. He's a lazy man. The guy's a womanizer.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that one.
Yes,
Don't come and put me in trouble here. You are the one saying that. I don't know about that. Anyway. All right.
And he's a lazy man. In the past, even before the Sunday Go came out, what was he even doing?
All right. I'm sure.
This started in 2015.
I know what you're saying. We called him. We told him everything, but again, he says, you can't fight for Yoruba people, and that's where he stands. But he came out in a video. Let me put this to you. He came out in a video. Hold on.
The field marshal of Yoruba people say he can't fight for Yoruba people.
He came out in a video just a few days ago saying that he has 3 million people that are ready to fight.
This guy is old school because, Koiki, the reason why I'm even worried now is because they're already in Oyo State, they're already in Ibadan. You don't know.
Oh yeah, they kidnapped people in a research center last week. I was aware of that.
If you don't know, because the whole thing, let's wait to 2051. By the time it's 2051, they're going to be in Lagos.
That's why we need the security architect to stop it. And I think, if everybody is upset about Igboho, we must also consider that the security of our people is important. Myself and you were here in UK, and we are likely not to encounter any insecurity. It doesn't mean that the UK doesn't have its own insecurity issues, the stab knife and everything, but we're talking about terrorists that are making life unbearable for our people. Thank you so much. I think we were able to balance the conversation because many people did not even know that Igboho is asking for security. It's just the way it has been protected.
Nobody knows.
And the reason why hold on, let me conclude this because I want to go now because I'm already tired and I don't want to start speaking like somebody that is drunk. The reason why I've not been out, my mother died in November last year. So I don't think, it would be nice of me to just come out quickly after he died. So I'm still grieving. So, but again, we must continue. So that's probably maybe a lot of people that are meant to speak to some of our people online, especially you are listening to me on Twitter Space. I hardly see anybody apart from me that is talking on Twitter Space. Maybe the other few people, but like I said, maybe that's why you didn't hear about it. And if you're listening to all the propaganda of the Igbos, let me not use the word Biafra, they are more propaganda than anybody. And we are not fighting for Biafra. We might have collaboration. Igboho is not fighting on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu. It's not. We had meeting with Nnamdi Kanu. I've said it many times. It's not 4 times. Igboho is not pleased with the way Nnamdi Kanu is kept in the Sokoto prison. But the Igbo people think that they can attack Igboho because he has joined APC. Igboho is a Yoruba man. Igboho is not expected to join Peter Obi because Peter Obi agenda, we know where he stands. Peter Obi wants Biafra, but he's speaking underneath. We know that Atiku has been contesting since MK Abiola, and I don't think Atiku will ever have the privilege, to get, into the presidency. If Sowore thinks he's going to get revolution, he should have got it before now, but nobody's going to give him revolution. So he can continue to attack Igboho one way or the other, and call him name. Yes, he can continue to do what he's doing. He's doing that based on the fact that he has put himself, like Dele Momodu, we are presidential candidate, we have the AAC. When Sowore came to London, I have not known Igboho. Sowore was interviewed by me at the Star Radio UK in Croydon. I went with him to his hotel. I never get £1. I did it in the love that it was credible. So if what he's fighting for is one Nigeria, which what Igboho is not fighting for. Igboho is not fighting for one Nigeria, but he's fighting for the insecurity of Yorùbáland. So Sowore is just, rabble bubbles going all over the place. I have his private number. I communicate with him. So, but the father is coming to talk to Igboho and say Igboho cannot be compared with Nnamdi Kanu. Igboho was offered money in Benin Republic. He rejected it. So why would he now want to take money? Because he wants to return back to APC. So all this rubbish that Sowore is talking about, he can talk from bottom to down. Even his hometown in Ondo State has collapsed under the Fulani terrorist agenda. So, that is how far we can go tonight. Thank you so much, my brother, for the engagement. I'll follow you back, and if you still want to engage more, please, you can message me behind the curtain. But be careful. Don't send money to anybody in Nigeria. If you send money, they go use your money chop kuru kuru. People in Nigeria, they enjoy you, but not thousands of them, because the sufferness is there. But be very careful, because I know somebody will come and look for you and say, a little face, that was security. Nobody will collect security money from anybody, because we expect the federal government of Nigeria to budget for the security, and at the time Igboho will be given the full access to that. That is on that this morning. Thank you so much for everyone that have joined us. Please support us. Remember, this is still an organization. BBC is being funded by taxpayers' money. If there's no taxpayers' money, you cannot watch BBC. So that is about it. So, channel, we are not one. I don't know Igbo people. We not be one. So if you like, abuse me from now to thy kingdom come. I don't know you. If no be say Britain we call ẹranko àti ewúrẹ́ papọ̀ ní àti gbogbo ẹ̀ kò jẹ́ ká jọ wà rárá, because we know the kind of people you are. But the ones that are okay, I still have love for Simon Ekpa. I have love for Nnamdi Kanu. But any Igbo say APC, Koikimedia, I don't give a toss. I don't know your papa. I don't know your mama. You understand? We're not fighting for the same thing. You can fight however you want to fight. Nigeria is still existing in the southeast. You have not yet been able to take over your land. So that is a fact. So thank you so much, Mr. Waris Jinadu. Thank you so much, Aziz Shakir Babawa Day 22. We'll be back again. It might be another 5 days. I don't know. I'm very busy myself. I'm a family man. Don't expect me to come out every day. But there's a lot of short videos that we're going to be producing. Make sure you follow all the channels, and you'll be able to engage as well. If you have anything to discuss, musakalam@gmail.com. Follow us on Koikimedia WhatsApp group, where information will be projected as well. Moki gbogbo ala nkan si o, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tá ń jà fún adile leri. Ìgbà wo la fẹ́ débẹ̀? Don't ask me. Ṣá máa débẹ̀? Yes. I spoke to a British lady tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan. It says within 10 years. So why are we worried that in 5 years we've not got Yorùbá nation? Tó o bá lè dúró pé ká fi gba Yorùbá nation, ìwọ náà jáde kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe tó yẹ kó ṣe. The only theories are still working. They are divided. It's 2 sections with them as well. But one thing is, kò sí ọmọ Yorùbá kan tó máa gba Yorùbá nation tẹ́ máa lé àwọn kan lọ. Gbogbo àná la jọ máa wà níbẹ̀. So that's about it. Ọ̀ràn yàrá máa sùn. Koikimedia, bringing the work closer to your doorstep. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ibi wa, kágbéga, kágbéga, kágbéga fàlérí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bàtí bẹ̀rù la bọ́ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹ̀jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ́pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ, Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Yorùbá nation, no going back. The bá dẹ̀ ti sọ pé going back yẹn kò ń ṣe fún ẹ̀yin mọ́. You have the right. Moving train ni. Like my mother used to say, nobody has been forced into Yoruba nation, Odua nation. If you like, you stay in it. If you don't like, you walk away. Gbogbo ìtẹ́ bá ti ṣe, you'll be remembered according to the àwọn onílẹ̀. But àwa tó kù, we continue the journey. I remain the last man standing. Thank you so much, Mr. Femi Adeyemi. Àwọn lọ welcome mi ní Birmingham pẹ̀lú àwọn ọkùnrin mi kan tí mo fẹ́ kí n dárúkọ wọn. Thank you so much to everyone. And hopefully, maybe when I'm back again in Nigeria, I will make it more official. My last trip was not official. It was personal. Thank you so much. God bless you all. God bless everyone. Good night.